What's up, everybody? How we doing? I tell you what, I might have to cut this, go live from the other phone. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to come right back. Hold on. I need to restart from another phone here real quick. Actually, hold on. I might be able to do it like this. There we go. All right. We're back here, y'all. What's up, everybody? Let me get this thing situated real quick, and we'll get going here. Yeah, right. I know it's been an interesting day. It's been an interesting day, to say the least. There we go. Hello. So let you guys know where we're at right now. I'm at the Yamhill County Fairgrounds. I believe I'm saying that right. And here in Oregon, still outside of Salem, about 40 miles outside of Salem. And this is one of the evacuation sites that they've been taking animals to from all the counties around the area here, which, as you guys well know, have been in great need, because the counties, like up to 3 counties away are hitting code 3 or level 3 evacuation, which is a go order, much like you saw in Paisley the other night. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. So I'm here. I'm going to be meeting with some local folks that have some horses here, and it's a pretty chill night. I'm going to say that it's a pretty chill night, which is kind of nice, because having the police run me out of one location, and just the combination of events as they've been happening for the last several nights, it's kind of nice to have a chill night. So anyway, we're going to bop over here, take a look at these stables, talk to some folks, and do our best to kind of get an idea of what's going on here. We're going to talk about some of the donation locations, some of the ways people can help out, and we're going to look at some horses too. So here we are. There's this guy. Wow, you're pretty. What'd you do wrong? Why'd they put you behind bars? What's up? See, we got apple. You guys know I love to feed horses apples, so we're in the money. Hey, look at this guy. Oh, hey, that's my hand, bud. What'd you just put on me? You just wanted to give me the business? That is a huge horse.
He's actually a little bigger than the average, but he is a nice horse.
Yeah. How you doing, boss? Just so you know, my name's CJ.
Yeah, how you doing?
What's your name, sir?
Robert,
and you're with, what's your outfit again?
Stoneybrook Stable.
All right, that's fantastic. So these are all your horses here?
No, we're a boarder. We board horses. Some of them are mine, and some of them are horses that are boarded with us, and some of them are rescue horses, because in the area we're from, we're oftentimes the center where people bring their horses with
Okay.
a problem.
And what kind of problems would bring a horse into one of your centers? Okay, so when you say rescue, you mean like they're being rescued, like physically rescued from?
Just a temporary situation.
Gotcha.
Like last year, they had fires in, it seemed like East Clackamas County have fires every year. And,
I've heard that from a couple people, that it seems to be like an annual thing.
well, we've had some dry weather.
Yeah. So, want to introduce me to some of these horses here real quick?
Well, yeah.
What do we got going?
Now, this is Sorrow. We're sticking her head out. And
Now, what's this big one again? Like,
his name is Jerry.
this is Jerry, huh?
And he's a Suffolk Sponge.
A Suffolk Sponge, huh?
And they're kind of a rare breed.
It's huge. Like, this is the biggest horse I think I've ever seen, next to like
He's about 1,900 pounds.
1,900 pounds.
Yeah.
Whew, buddy. Can I feed him an apple?
We have to cut it in half.
Cut it in. Why, is he on a diet?
No, because you can choke.
That guy could choke on a little teeny apple?
Well, yeah. You can choke on a piece of popcorn.
Don't put that on me. Come on now.
Oh, I didn't bring a knife.
I got one right here for you.
Yeah. You never. Plus, the other thing is very difficult for him to just chew a round thing like this. So everything's about safety.
Okay. Yeah, it's this push button on the back end on the bottom there. Just give it a squeeze down here.
Oh, okay.
And then collapse it in. Oops.
They're all real different.
Yeah, they all are, yeah. There we go. All right, cool. Let's give this guy an apple. What's up, bud? Is this Jewel? This is Jewel right here.
This is Jewel.
Can I give Jewel half apple?
She can have half an apple. She's a quarter horse. She's Our go-to
Oh, shoot.
lesson horse.
That was all.
Stand up flat.
That was all fingers, bud. Yee, yee, as you would say. Hey, horse jokes. What's up, Alabama? All right, Jerry. Took that apple down like that, like a pro. So, walk me through a little bit of what you're seeing out here with the experience that you're having with these evacuated animals.
Well, the place is fantastic.
This area here, Yamhill.
No, this whole facility here, the whole
Yeah.
community has come together.
Yeah.
And I mean, anything we need, we can provide it. I mean, we came here with the clothes on our back.
You personally.
Yes.
So you had to evacuate your home.
We did, yes.
And now-
we live right on right over where we keep the horses.
Wow. And where is that?
That's Eagle Creek.
Eagle Creek.
So we're just near Barton,
Okay.
right on Highway 224.
How are you feeling about your? Is your house in an impending fire line or?
No, our biggest problem with our house is we have severe smoke clean to the ground.
Oh, okay.
We have a double wide mobile home that is about 50 yards from our house, and you can't see it from our house because of the smoke.
Oh, wow.
And so these horses can have a severe complications from,
I would imagine.
Yeah, because you got extremely long lungs, goes clean past their ribs,
Oh, wow.
and they're pretty sensitive.
And that's not healthy. Just so you know, you should not do that. We're trying to look out for your lungs. You can't be licking bars right now.
Actually, don't care. It tastes good. Probably has a little. The rust probably tastes a little salty.
Okay. So, so with a lot of these burn zones, when it comes down to like pastures and whatnot that these horses live on, after the fire is burned through, how long does it take it before animals can be put back on the property?
Well, the strange thing is that the grass will come back better than ever next year because all of the matting, the thatch is all burned out.
Oh, really?
So I mean, it's not an unnatural thing to happen,
Right.
but it's just very inconvenient.
Inconvenient,
And,
okay.
But the grass will start growing within a few weeks.
Wow.
We get a little rain on it, and it'll start growing. You'll start seeing green all over.
Really?
And next year it won't be maybe as thick as it has been in the past, but the following year it'll be better than ever.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. I know that a lot of people that are watching and that have been watching are really concerned about, how devastating the fires are going to be to the land itself.
Well, nature has a wonderful way of healing itself.
Ah, right. No, that's a solid point. So how many different kinds of horses do we have in here right now?
Oh golly, we've got several quarter horses, and we've got a couple of Suffolk punches. We've got 3 Canadian horses. We got a number of mixed of grade horses, which is a mixed breed horse. And, it's really pretty much an eclectic group.
Wow. So let's take a look at some of them. I know I'm curious. Okay. This guy there, I don't even know why you put him in this. He could bust right out of there if he wanted.
Yes, he could. He don't want to.
He doesn't want. He likes being where the people are.
Sure.
He wants to go where everybody knows.
Horse. She's
That's an ooh. She's got big eyes.
she's got big eyes. She's a very pretty horse.
Hi. Oh, I don't have anything for you.
Be very careful. They can bite you.
They won't take a finger off, will they?
You see those teeth?
You got all your fingers?
Yep, I got them all.
Okay. All right.
It's Palomino, probably a quarter horse.
Palomino. And a quarter horse. What does a quarter horse do?
A quarter horse is rather an interesting horse. They'll do anything. They can do everything, but not one horse can do everything. But they've got horses that are reiners. They got horses that are cutters. They'll do dressage. They jump. You name it, a quarter horse of one sort or another can do it.
What makes it a quarter horse?
It's a breed.
It's just a type of breed?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this called a blaze, where they got like the
Yes,
coloring
that's a-
goes from
that's a
top
blaze,
to
that's a
bottom?
blaze.
And then is it a snip, which is just like the nose part?
Well, a snip would just be a little tiny blaze.
A little tiny one down here?
Wouldn't run the full distance.
See, I learned something in fifth grade.
I don't have anything.
And what's the other part where it's just on the top? Like that one right there, where it's got like the little,
A star.
that's a star? Ah. Ooh, a stallion. Oh, he looked. He's like, you talking about me, huh?
Oh yeah, he sees the camera and he puffs up.
Ooh, look at that hair. Don't touch his face?
Yeah.
Don't touch his face.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's Because his hair is done so nice?
No, that's being intimate with him, and then I got to go fix it.
Listen here, Luca. Do not enter. Now, is it because he can be dangerous?
He's not dangerous. It's just that he has hormones.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, if he sees a mare, he might be difficult to control.
Oh.
And the mare would be too, possibly.
Cheetah.
He's 1,050 pounds.
Wow. A muscular fella.
Yeah, he is.
Who's this little dumpling?
This is a POA. He's pretty old. He's 29 years old. He's retired.
This is a 29-year-old horse?
Yeah.
How long do horses live?
Well, till they die.
You, sir, have an answer for everything. Can I touch this one's face? Sorry, I just asked.
His face, yeah.
Oh, look at
He's
29.
a really nice pony. He was a combined driving pony. He was a special needs pony. He's done a lot of really.
What do you mean by special needs pony?
Work with special needs people.
Really?
Cerebral palsy,
Oh, wow.
Down syndrome, autism.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of that? Oh, I mean, do
We
the
do
horses?
Some, we do some.
That's fantastic.
It's not everything we do, but we do some in our farm.
Okay. Wow, that's great. What else we got down here?
This is a paint.
A paint.
Yes.
Hello, old paint.
So that means
That's a muscular horse.
Yes. A paint is either a quarter horse or a thoroughbred.
And so, what would a horse like this be bred for?
He's a quarter. He's probably a stock horse.
What does that mean?
Chase the cows.
Oh, okay. I'll pet you, bud. Yeah, we can be buddies. Come on over.
This is his sleepy time. He's got his jammies on.
He's got his jammies on, my man. And they just fall asleep like that. Do they sleep with their eyes open?
Well, he's kind of into it. He's kind of dozing, but they sleep standing up. They've got a locking mechanism in their legs that allows them to stand up and sleep.
That is news that I was unaware of. When horses lay down, is that normal?
Yes, but
It is.
That's when they get rom sleep.
Oh, okay.
And usually they'll have another horse guarding them.
Really?
They're both standing near them.
Interesting.
These two horses are referred to as grade horses.
Grade horses.
That means that they're not registered.
Wait, by registered, you mean, what happens when you register a horse?
Well, you register for its breed.
Okay.
Now, I wouldn't. These two can be a little bit.
That's Minnie.
Fractious. Minnie can be a little fractious. She's being very sweet. I'm just really nice.
Yeah.
But she's been on our property for 10 years and loaded like she's done it all her life. So both of these, that's very nice. I was very proud of it.
Good for them. Now this has got to be pretty stressful on them as well.
Well, we do everything to minimize the stress. That's why I come out here 3 times a day, or 3 times in the evening. Make sure that they got water. They're except for the horses we brought in. These horses all know me.
Yeah.
And it would be like going to a party with your grandpa.
I'll say this, in the name of your outfit one more time.
Stoneybrook Stable.
Stoneybrook Stable. And I can say this, that everyone that I talked to said that you treat these horses like your children. Like, they said that you are incredibly attentive. And so I didn't know that you boarded the horses. So that says a lot.
We do board horses. I don't train horses much anymore, but we do give lessons. And we compete. We compete in driving, and we give lessons to people to ride.
Oh, wow.
And we work with, like I said, special needs people.
That's fantastic. That's really amazing.
We do our special needs program with driving, and our program is not therapy. It's grandpa.
What does that mean?
That means a youngster shakes my hand. He looks me in the eye when he shakes my hand. He gets a chair for his mother before he sits down.
Okay.
He has his chance to speak and talk, but he takes his turn.
Fantastic.
The things your grandpa told you.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's great. That's great. Oh, someone turn on the hose.
Yep. I'll show you something. Oh, this is Canadian horse, and this is the stallion's daughter.
The stallion's daughter?
Yep.
That stallion back there?
Yeah.
Oh, so you got lineage here.
Oh yeah. And she's a sweet girl, but she's sleepy.
Yeah.
It's past her bedtime.
Would you care for some maple syrup?
And then
She looked. She was like, well, if you got some.
this is Houdini.
Houdini?
Yep, the reason he's Houdini is because you see we got his door latched.
Oh, he knows how to get out of places,
Oh,
huh?
yeah, he does for a fact.
Houdini. What's up, bud? So is he in there just taking a real, like a deep horsey sleep?
Well, he'll put his head down. He'll go into a deep REM sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
And then another way of saying it, this is Luca's wife.
This is Luca's wife?
Yes.
Oh, Luca, sorry, buddy. You got a pretty lady down here. Wow.
Now, Luca is towards the smaller. These are Canadian horses. These horses have been in North America since 1665.
Oh, wow.
They were instrumental in the Civil War.
This particular breed?
This particular breed, yeah. They came from France.
Oh, wow.
And most of them are black. They can be any other color. About a quarter of them are bays. She's a very sweet horse.
Okay, I just didn't want to touch her unless you said it's okay.
Fine. That's fine.
Hi. Oh, you are pretty. So you got mom and dad, and that's their baby.
Yes, big baby.
How old is that?
Oh, she's 12.
12 years old?
Yeah.
Wow. How many foal? Am I saying it right?
What?
Is that a baby horse?
Foal.
Fool?
Foal.
God, soot. Fool, foal.
Yeah,
Okay. How many babies can a horse typically have in a lifetime?
Oh golly, that's really kind of hard to say. They can have one a year, but most of them don't.
Okay.
And but I mean, I would say that they can easily have 10 or 12.
Wow. How many has she had?
She's had one.
Just one.
Yeah.
An only child syndrome.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't pamper her too much. Okay. You got to make sure they grow up and.
We pamper all of them.
Oh, okay. Gonna cater to that only child.
Paint down there.
Oh wow! Look at this one.
This is a pinto.
This is a pinto.
And the difference between a paint and a pinto,
Is that the gremlin didn't try to put the paint out of business?
pretty close.
All right.
A paint is either a thoroughbred or a quarter horse. A pinto is everything else.
Oh, okay. I see you.
You-
Oh, yeah, there you are.
Do you want to make it a little more confusing?
Yes. Confuse me.
The word pinto comes from the word pintado.
Pintado?
The Spanish word, and it means paint.
Made me spit a little. That's funny. That's funny. What's up, Sneaky? Under there. That feels good, huh? That's the one right there.
You can't see. You can do that for a half hour, so she'll be happy.
She'll just love it. Got pretty ears, too. I got soft ears. So what's this one's name right here? This is...
This name is Reno. He's a Supreme Grand Champion driving horse, and now we use him for special needs.
Supreme Grand Champion.
He will do flying lead changes. And
What does that mean?
He'll change his canter lead.
So he'll be like,
Well, no, they go like
I do this, like this means
and
something.
They go like this, and that's very. He'll do that pulling a cart,
Wow.
and
He looks strong. Like the muscles on his back up there are just, they...
how old do you think he is?
43.
Well, he's not that old. That's pretty old.
22.
He's 22.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I called that one.
That's we take very good care of our horses. They're on very good diets, and the best thing you can do for a horse is exercise them regularly.
What happened to him right there?
He did that coming over here.
Oh, no.
He was a bad boy, and we put another horse alongside of him, and he was very jealous because I was touching the other horse, and so he was just
You flirt.
well. They get very possessive of you sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
They get possessive of you, huh?
Oh God, yes. They think I'm cheating on them if I go out with another horse.
It's like what you said, like down there, like you'd have to deal with the fallout of the hormones on that
Oh
one.
yeah, I mean, it's like you went out with another woman. You know, your wife wouldn't be happy about
Cheeky devil. Cheeky devil. So this is the Stoneybrook stables right here, basically, guys, out from Eagle Creek. And I'm talking to Robert right now, who runs Stoneybrook and has got all of these horses here to get them out of harm's way from Eagle Creek. Is there anything, Robert, that people that are watching, that are involved here in the community that can do to help out? Like, is there anything donation-wise? Is there anything
They
that...
should contact the fairgrounds here.
Okay, I'm going to talk to Gary here in a little bit.
These people have been magnificent.
Sure.
I mean, like as we come here with the clothes we have on our back,
Yeah.
they provide us clothes, they provide us food.
Wow.
They've cared for every one of our needs.
That's amazing.
I mean, it's just the whole community has come together, and you just, you know, if there was a blessing in the whole thing, it's the way this community is reacting to this disaster.
That's beautiful. That seems to be the running theme of what I've been experiencing from a lot of the places I've been doing coverage is community, man. The joining of people for a common goal, which is one to preserve life, you know, and to to help keep people safe is beautiful. Yeah, this is great. This is great. So, how long do you think you'll be here?
Well, right now we're still category 3.
Sure.
And so we've got to get at least down to a category 2 without too much risk of the reoccurrence of the disaster.
Sure.
So these horses are very susceptible to anything that respiratory problems.
Sure.
And so we don't want we got to get rid of that smoke.
Yeah.
And as soon as that smoke's out of here and we get down to at least a 2,
Yeah.
then we can take them home.
We heard that the Oregon air right now is the worst out of anywhere in the world. Like it's
I mean,
some of the worst air quality.
I wouldn't be surprised. I hate to see anything worse.
Yeah, I was looking at a satellite image of California and Oregon, and it just blew my mind. Like it looks like like atomic bombs. So like these plumes of smoke from space that you can see covering the entire skyline. It's
Right.
just terrible.
Well, it's sad, you know. But,
Yeah.
it's one of the, it's what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
I hope.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
it's definitely true.
there's been a lot of things that should have killed me. I just hope I'm strong as heck right
In
now.
my life, I've been truly blessed. And
Absolutely.
If this is, we'll get through this and it'll pass.
Yeah. Have you been a horse guy your whole life, Robert?
Most of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a generational thing. My grandfather had horses. My dad had horses. I didn't have them right away.
Yeah.
But I worked in business until I could save up enough money I could buy a farm, so I don't make much money anymore, but I have a lot of fun. I got the blood pressure of a teenager.
You're doing what you love. That's fantastic, Robert. Man, I love to hear that.
It's not work if you're doing what you want to do.
Man, I can't agree with you any more than that. Though I love what I do, and I seem to work pretty hard. So it's just right.
Yeah.
But it's not it's not like you're doing it. It's not a job. It's a joy. Which is fantastic.
Nobody can make you work as hard as you do when you're doing something you like.
Absolutely. That's well said. That's well said. So, what else can you tell me about these evacuations? What else do people need to know?
It was kind of a interesting situation. We had somebody come by. Her name was Lexi. I don't know anything more about her than that. And she said that we were in a required evacuation zone, and that we had to get out and take our horses with us if we could. I couldn't take 23 horses and just parcel 2 here and 3 there. I was in good conscience.
Right.
So she said, "Don't worry about it." She said, "You take care of your wife, who we just got her out of the hospital the day before."
Oh, wow.
From a heart, she's had several heart attacks, but this was kind of a heart incident.
Okay.
And so pretty much did that, and all of a sudden she called. She made reservations for 22 horses at this facility. She made further calls, and all of a sudden horse trailers started showing up.
That's amazing.
And we were loading horses and trailers and sending them out. Well, I don't know too much about Lexi. I don't know any of these people here. I don't know if I'm hoping my horses are going to McMinnville and not Canada.
Right.
And the fact
Which would be home for you over there.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
But
Not you.
Yeah. But anyway, it just worked out great. I mean,
Yeah.
we got here at 9:00 at night. They were ready for us. Put the horses away.
Yeah.
We haven't had any health issues with any of the horses. None of the, they're just it's health. I mean, it's quite a bit different situation over
Right.
at our place, but it's very good. Very
And all the horses showed up.
all 22.
That's
We've got
fantastic.
18 here. We've got 2 over here, and we got 2 over in the other barn.
There's 8. I guess there's quite a few stalls here. I suppose. Yeah.
So it's one of those things. I mean, you just have to be prepared to take your blessings, and rather than pass over them.
Man, you're preaching right now. I love it, Robert. I love it. I love what you're saying right now. So this Lexi person, you didn't even know. You just,
I think I would recognize her if she came in here. I'm not sure.
but you put a lot of faith in that individual to give you the right information to do what needed to be done.
She said some things about herself personally, which I won't say. I'll let her say
Sure.
that.
No, that's fantastic.
And so, I mean, I judged her character correctly, and that doesn't always happen, but in her case, she was everything she said she was.
That's amazing, man. And she put out the APB, got all the trailers mounted up. And how long did it take from the time that she showed up to tell you that you needed to evacuate till then the trailer started arriving?
Hour.
An hour?
Hour.
Oh, wow.
I mean, this lady could, two ladies like her could run a small country all by themselves.
we need more ladies like them running the country, don't we?
You know what they say? The best man for the job is a woman.
And then behind every great man is a woman.
Yes.
Right? Shout out, ladies. Just saying. Shameless plug moment right there.
Okay.
Man, that's fantastic. Is there, I know I just saw a bunch of people asking, you had to leave with the clothes on your back. Is there anything that you personally need here that people could send here for you specifically? Like,
No, it's all been provided.
it's all been provided.
I mean, what you see me wearing right now is provided.
And you're looking sharp. I'm just going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
You are looking sharp. And you're wearing a Washington State Cougars.
Well, that's, you take what you can get.
I was going to say no comment. My cousin played ball at WSU, so I can't. No animosity. But yeah, you're walking, WSU. It's all right. It's right. It's not OSU at least.
Yes.
Careful. People are going to be like, oh, he's talking bad about Oregon.
So
This is great.
Like I said, they've provided for all of our needs.
Yeah.
I mean, things we didn't even know we needed. The first 2 nights I slept in my truck.
Yeah.
They provided that for me to live in.
They gave you like an RV
Well, to use, yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's just been one blessing after another.
Wow.
So,
Are you hearing that as kind of like a common thread amongst other people that you know in the equine world?
there's been a lot of people helping in a lot of different locations.
Sure.
This is the gold star.
Right. That's amazing. That's incredible. How is your wife doing with the transition here?
Well, she's doing okay.
Good.
She's had 3 heart attacks.
Jeez.
And this was a heart episode.
Yeah.
And we'll be, the 27th of this month, we'll be married 44 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
Well, it's all about her, not me, believe me.
Like you said, great women, right? Great women.
But it was just, this is maybe more information you need, but it was
Nah.
one of those situations where, since she's had her heart attack, there's things that she's not able to do so well.
Right.
And so we have a housekeeper. It comes on Monday.
Okay.
Well, she got up a little late. So she had to make sure, our dishwasher just broke, you believe that with all this.
Just
So she had to make sure that the dishes and the sinks were washed and dried and put away, and the counters were all wiped down,
Yeah.
and that the magazines around my recliner were picked up, and
Right.
that the plants that this lady helps her with are watered.
okay.
And she just overdid it.
Oh, okay.
And so she started, getting some bad signs. So ambulance came and
Yeah.
they took her into the hospital. And,
Wow, okay.
And as luck would have it, for us, they kept her overnight because of her history, not because she was so bad.
Good.
But I was home that night, and the next night I'm gone.
Jeez. She's like, I leave for one night, and what happens, Robert? Yeah, the whole farm falls apart, right?
Pretty much.
But wow. So is she here with you tonight?
No, she's here. That's another story. She's staying home. The way the line goes on our house, the kitchen and the utility room are in the red zone, and the bedroom and the living room is in the yellow zone. So
What?
she said that's okay because she doesn't want to go in the kitchen and the laundry room anyway.
That's just more work than she wants to do, right? She's like, I'm taking it easy right now. So your house is literally split in half between the 2 zones?
Yes.
That's wild.
Well, it's when they decide to do things like that, they have to make a decision, and they drew a line, and that just by happenstance. And so it's something for me to laugh about and joke about.
Sure. Do you feel like you said, but you don't feel like your house is in the fire line though? Like you don't feel like it's close enough that it's something.
I would be surprised.
Gotcha.
But it's severe smoke.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just right down to the ground. It's like I said, couldn't see. You can just barely make an outline in 50 yards.
Wow.
So, but be no place you want to have horses.
No. It's so. I mean,
people. I mean, our house is, we have a filter system, so it's not bothering her in the house.
Sure.
But,
And the air quality here is surprisingly good for what I've seen. Like,
this is the best it's been.
I was gonna say, like, this. I mean, even on the drive in, there was a couple spots that were a little bit patchy between here and Salem. But coming back from Paisley, we were down by Klamath Falls almost yesterday on our way back up, and there was stretches of highway where it was completely white out. You couldn't see 10 feet in front of the car.
Well, this morning we had some helpers that were late because between the fog and the smoke, they could only do 30 miles an hour.
Yeah. And a lot of windy roads here too. So and then you have animals that are being displaced, like wildlife that are coming out of the hills and other places. So it's wild. Yeah. So the Stoneybrook estate here is 22 horses deep right now, and all in good shape. All in good shape. So if it comes down to it, you're thinking that the level 3 hopefully will pass soon, and you'll be able to.
I think so. We had a little sprinkles here today. We have a daughter that lives down at the beach, and they've had pretty heavy rains down there.
That's good.
And if that comes through, that's going to help the firemen.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it'll help with the smoke.
Absolutely. Let's pray for that. Let's definitely pray for that. Yeah. So I keep leaning back on, like, if there's anything that we can do to help generate, any support that we can get going your direction. But you just maybe Gary down there will have something.
Gary would be the best one there. I don't know how they're financing this.
Sure.
But I know that they've got people coming through here on a regular basis. I do too, but for a different reason.
Right.
And they've got there's people everywhere.
Yeah.
And I know some of them are volunteers. I'm sure some are paid staff. I mean, somebody's got to pay for all these lights because they don't have to be on.
Sure.
If it wasn't for this, So I mean,
that's a good point.
That's a question you'd have to ask Gary, and he could tell you what their needs were better than anybody else.
Definitely. And I'm gonna bop down there and talk to him here in a few, and
because he's the man here.
Yeah. Well, it sounds to me like you're the man here.
Well, in this little slice of heaven.
this is Robert's world right here.
Right here,
He in the land of these 22 horses, Robert is king. I love it. You guys heard it. Robert, he's right here. He's the man. I had to let them know they were walking by. I don't know if they heard me.
Yeah.
Just make sure everyone's aware.
So anyway, this is the situation. Like I said, I know Gary can tell you what better than I can, because our needs have been fully satisfied.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And
that's amazing.
It is amazing. We're not even around here.
Yeah.
I mean, we live.
How far away is Eagle Creek?
Well, it's only about 35 or 40 miles from here.
Okay.
But it takes an hour and a half to get here.
Yeah.
Because of the streets you have to go through.
Sure.
All that kind of stuff. Plus, pulling a horse trailer, you're not doing the full speed limit.
No, I would imagine not.
But it's about an hour and 15, hour and 30 minutes to get here. But I mean, we're a couple counties away.
Yeah.
So
that's beautiful.
It's just like, but they don't know. They haven't figured that out
yet. You got in just in time, Robert. Just in time. So. Cheeky devil. That's fantastic. Well, I think I'm going to bop down here and talk to Gary for a minute before it gets late. I'm going to come back through.
Did that interview work for you?
Oh yeah, this is all fantastic. I mean, this is going great.
Where can we see this?
CJTV on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to come back up here in just a few, and I'll go ahead and walk you through it, get you set up. Are you going to be up for a little bit?
I can be. Well, I've been up since 5.
Well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll get your. I got your number. What I can do is I can give you a call and get you plugged in with what I'm doing right now. Make sure you can see it first thing tomorrow.
Okay. Let's see. Well, is there a Facebook I go to?
Yeah, it's just CJTV on Facebook. Yeah.
Let's write it down.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, because I'll be out here at least 2 more times tonight.
Okay.
So all lowercase?
All uppercase.
Facebook?
Yes, sir. And you'll see a logo like this one on my shirt right here. That'll kind of, that's how you'll know it's me.
Okay.
I'll show you on my phone, actually, or this other phone here. You see exactly what I'm talking about here. Bear with me for a second, guys.
Sure.
I was talking to my.
Oh.
He said, "Who's that?" Where are we at over here? So if we go in here, so pages, it'll look just like this right here. That one.
Oh, okay, great. Well, great. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I said, I was just scrolling under the covers when you called.
Really? Well,
Of course,
sorry to roust you.
No, that's fine. It's I'll be out here shortly after midnight,
Okay.
and we check if somebody needs water. They get water.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I'll be back here before that. I'm just gonna bop down to Gary and see if we can't get some raise some awareness for some of the donation sites
Yeah.
and.
Well, he's like I said, he's the one to talk to because with me, I couldn't even venture a guess, but I'm this has got to be quite a sacrifice for them to make this work. I would say because I mean there's a lot of horses here, and then can be closed down.
Yeah, well, that's where we were at. Oh, so they actually up in Clackamas County Fairgrounds.
Horses came over here.
The first night we were out here, we were helping evac cattle to Canby to the Clackamas County Fairgrounds.
And then it went stage 3. I understand.
Wow. We haven't had a chance to get back down there.
Yeah.
People want to know if you have a good horse story, like a good crazy horse story. Something that comes to mind.
Every one of them are crazy horses.
Every one of them are crazy.
Every horse has done something. I don't know what I love all the horses.
Right.
And they respond to me pretty well.
Yeah.
And so
This one's giving you the stink eye, though. I'm telling you right now.
it's a problem. This is Star. Star is our #1 school horse. And she tattles on you if you take a lesson. And she
Ooh.
tells me everything you do wrong.
Ooh.
And she's a tough taskmaster. But if you can ride one of those plastic horses in Safeway, you can ride her.
What if I can't?
You can't ride her either.
I have fallen off of every single horse I've ever gotten on, and I almost fell off a couple camels. So
Well, I don't know what to say about that.
it's just not much to say about it. Just don't get on a horse or a camel. It's just
Now,
basically
these horses these are all pleasure horses. Most of them are owned by ladies,
okay.
and not the draft horses here, but and
Such
they're
a
just
soft-
very sweet horses.
So soft, man.
Yeah. She was a rescue.
She might enjoy this, but I enjoy this probably a lot more than she does. Like, oh, okay, maybe my bad.
We teach horses to rub their face.
Really,
They don't particularly care for it.
really. Where do they like being rubbed mostly? Like the neck, or
Right here.
that's the spot, huh?
Yeah. Because if I came up to you and rubbed you all over your face, you probably wouldn't like it.
That's kind of my jam, Robert. I'm gonna tell you, that's kind of my thing. It's just as long as you go from the chin to the ears, I'm good. Even Star here is like, no, you don't. You don't like that.
But she's a sweet horse.
Yeah.
They're all very responsive to me.
Yeah. Well, that's. Well, I mean, how long have you had your outfit here?
Stoneybrook?
Yeah,
We
Stoneybrook.
bought the property in '96 and took possession in '97. And
Oh, wow.
we've been there ever since. So we've been there coming on 24 years.
So you've had a lot of these horses. I mean, some of these ones that are like the one over here. You said is how old? 20.
This horse here is 25, and he was born at our other place, and I was there when he was delivered. I delivered him.
You delivered this horse?
Yeah, and he's been with me ever since.
What? What is this? This one's name right here is
He's
Colonel.
Colonel Cash.
Colonel Cash. What's up, Colonel Cash?
Yeah. And he's,
Okay.
He was a 3-foot jumper.
What? Because he could jump 3 feet.
Well, he was 100, and that's a style of jumping. He jumps fairly flat, so it's easy to sit on him.
Oh, so he kind of keeps his body.
Well, his back is.
I don't know if you guys can see that. I just tried to simulate what a horse would do.
On
But
his 25th birthday, we took him over a 3-foot course.
oh wow.
Now, we don't do that. That was just kind of showing off a little bit, but
Yeah.
he's healthy, he's strong, he's sound, and we still use him as a school horse for more advanced riding.
Yeah. That's amazing. Someone just said a horse walks into a bar and the bartender says, "Hey, why the long face?"
Yes.
Hey-o. I'm sure you've heard that a million times, though. Okay. What's up, Colonel? My guy. It looks like I was giving him a fist. I was giving him the fingers so he could smell the hand. 25 years old. Wow, man. You guys are like family. I mean, you are family.
Well, that's why I have a stallion, because if I had mares, I'd have a hard time getting rid of the babies.
Yeah.
As it is now, I'm halfway between a collector and a hoarder.
Collector and a hoarder. Horse hoarder.
Yeah.
What a good thing to hoard, though, man. I know it's either that or some people hoard kitty litter.
Well, that wouldn't impress me.
That wouldn't impress me either, but this is the one. This guy, yeah, he wants to go for a walk. Is that what he's telling you?
He's just playing.
Oh, he's just playing with
Yeah,
you?
he's just playing with it. You know, something to do.
Does he get bored?
Oh, I think they can, but they have an ability to just, you know, tolerate.
Yeah. What feed store do you go to around here? Is there one that you go to particularly that?
Well, we're not from around here.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know how far you have to drive to get to a feed store, but
Well, we went to Wilco here locally to pick up a few things.
okay.
But yeah, but as far as our regular feed people, we go to Union Mills and Milano, and then there's places like Garen's and Sandy. But aside from that, we're displaced people here.
Yeah. What a great place to be displaced too,
Oh,
though.
that's for sure.
I'm gonna do another half apple if I can for old Colonel here. I gotta cut this one open. Yeah. There we go. All right. Okay. Hold this one so you don't bite my fingers. All right, Colonel, you and me, buddy. Okay, you got, man. Okay, I'm coming in again, Colonel. Here we go. Get it. There he goes.
Yeah, so he can pick up. Oh, you better give her one.
She came over immediately and was like, you better.
She gets a little cheeky about that.
Pretty good, huh? I didn't grow it. I just cut it. So
Our newest best friend.
that's how I try to bribe animals to love me. That's my thing. Can't get people to. So she said, back off my apple.
She's jealous.
Are you jelly? I gave you an apple.
That's a mare.
I like how her ears are even back. He's sassy devil, you. Hello.
Yeah, that's a mare.
Man, I'm all about these horses. These guys are great.
Yeah, well, I like horses.
Can I touch your face? Okay.
The nice thing about horses is they're real. Just like special needs, like autistic people. They just tell you the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a parallel I wouldn't have thought to make, but I can see where you're coming from. Yeah. Absolutely. There's no guile there. There's no ulterior motive.
Yeah. I have a very bad habit. I don't like. I whistle under my breath. It is to soothe the horses, and I've just picked this up.
Yeah.
And I've got one autistic girl that told me not to do it because I wasn't very good at it.
She said you weren't very good at whistling?
Well, she's right. Unfortunately,
He said you're right.
But I really enjoy working with special needs people.
Absolutely.
And our barn at home is set up. The arena is a separate facility,
Okay.
and in the stabling area, we have different stabling areas.
Sure.
And we are driving and special needs we do in a separate barn.
Oh.
And the reason we do that is because when we have a cart in the middle of a alleyway, it makes it difficult for the other boarders to get around.
Right.
And then we do our special needs there also because we get a lot of support from our boarders.
Okay.
But special needs people aren't always appropriate.
Well, yeah, there's a lack of filter there a lot of
Yeah,
times. Yeah.
Absolutely. But like I said, I find it refreshing.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I agree with you. Yeah. Yeah, that ability to just kind of say what you're thinking and call things as they are, and
That's one good thing about getting old.
you can get away with saying stuff that you. I'm not kidding, Robert. I'm at a table once. I think it was at Denny's in up in the Tacoma area, and I'm sitting down with three people, and we're all kind of just enjoying our meal. And this elderly gentleman walks up, and he sits down at our table, and we had like a thing of these little like donut hole type things. Starts popping them in. They ate two of them. None of us knew him, and he was like, "It's okay. I'm old. I can get away with it." And then he just got up and walked away, and I was like, someday in my life, I hope to aspire to be able to be that brazen. And he was, he just messing with us, but he just sat down, ate some of our food, and got up and just made a joke and walked off. I was like, you're the coolest guy I've ever met in my life.
That's what it is.
Yeah, right? This Colonel's giving me the go ahead.
Well, he really is infatuated with her, and he gets his feelings hurt so badly when she ignores him.
Really?
Oh yes.
So these two normally spend their time together then, huh?
Well, they share adjoining stalls,
Okay.
and they share adjoining paddocks,
Oh, okay.
and so I mean, but he's totally devoted to her.
Really?
Oh yes.
That's his baby, huh? That's his lady.
Yep. So.
He just said, "Yep, that's my girl."
Now see how he's trying to be nice to her and pay attention to her, and she's giving him a stink eye.
Ooh, Colonel, you're in trouble.
It's kind of like when your wife says, "We got to talk."
He said it's kind of like when your wife says we got to talk.
Yeah.
He just just try to give him good vibes, give him kisses, and then walk away. Oh, Robert, you're killing me, man. Oh, this is great. I love that these two are full on and like simpatico. Like they're on the same page right now. Do they play when you let them out together? Like, do they?
We never put our horses out together. We have the closest thing to a herd facility without having the contact.
Okay.
We have chain link fences that separate them.
Okay.
And you've heard of horseplay. They play rough.
Yeah. Oh,
And
okay.
that's how we got her because
Aw.
Jewel, because she was kicked in the hock
Oh, really?
and got a bone chip
Kicked in hod?
in the hock.
In the hawk. Where's the hawk?
On you it'd be your heel.
My heel. Okay.
And on her it's halfway up her leg. And
Sheesh.
anyway,
It's a long heel.
They didn't want to give her enough time to heal,
Mm.
and so we were able to acquire her,
Okay.
and we let her heal.
Yeah.
It took about a year,
Yeah.
and that's an expensive proposition. Not all people are always willing to do that.
How much does it cost to board a horse?
We charge $365 for full care, but you'd have to really, by the time you pickle farrier and veterinary bills and that sort of thing, between $5 and $550 a month.
Oh, well, okay. Okay.
But that's our portion of it's $365. And we feed the horses 3 times a day. We clean their stall, and we turn them out in their paddocks.
I legitimately I would pay you that much just for me to come stay in one of your stalls because it looks like I'd probably get the royal treatment.
Oh,
And
we take good care of them.
oh well, you might find me renting one of your stalls out here before too long.
Yeah.
You guys heard it here. I'm going to be moving to Stoneybrook over here in Eagle Creek.
Well, they're well cared for, and I really like the horses.
That's fantastic.
And if somebody moves or somebody passes away, I grieve for them.
Absolutely. I bet. Look, Colonel just gave a big nod. He said, "Yep, that's my guy, Robert." Man, I can't believe you. So you delivered this guy 25 years ago.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man. That's. Yeah.
The
People are saying that you were trying to get to bed, and I'm just talking your ear off now. No, you need to get some rest, is what people are saying. I need to stop keeping you awake.
Oh, people are online right now listening to it?
Yeah, we've got about 700 people that are watching this right now.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, so this is what it looks like right here. So this is, I'll flip it around there. There's Robert right there.
Okay.
Yeah, so this
Well, I
is
don't look any better than I did yesterday.
You look great to me, Robert. So if here, these are the people that are watching, and these are the comments. Everyone, you can say hi to Robert right now if you want to go ahead and say hello. A lot of hearts over here. People are really loving the conversation.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and people
when you're Irish, you can talk.
That's very true. That is very true. People are saying goodnight, Robert. Yeah.
Good night, world.
You're Stony Creek awesome. Yeah.
Stoneybrook.
Stoneybrook. Someone said Stony Creek. Yep, Stoneybrook, guys, get it right. This is great. So yeah, I'm gonna get Robert here live streaming before too long. We're gonna be able to tune in and watch him take care of horses. That's great.
Okay, great.
Well, I'm gonna let you. Yeah.
I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll look that up tomorrow.
I'll get a hold of you and.
If worse comes to worse, there's some 12-year-old kids that can show me how to do it around here.
Absolutely, I guarantee you. But I'll reach out to you tomorrow all the same, and we'll make sure you get dialed in. Matter of fact, I might even come back, and people keep saying help clean the stalls out. So if you need a hand with anything tomorrow.
Oh, we have the most marvelous crew of people that come through here and clean the stalls.
Really?
And they help us feed. Of course, they love to feed.
Sure.
And it's just a marvelous place, and they're very helpful. And I've got an arm injury right now I'm recovering from. I've never been able to do it myself.
Oh wow! What happened to your arm? You just laughed. You don't want to talk about it, huh?
It was just stupid. I jerked my boot on and pulled a muscle in my bicep, And
I'm glad you finished that statement, Robert. I'm glad you put that in a full sentence there. That's good.
And then
Everyone says you're the
just
best.
about just about healed up, and I tried to push a cart to help a lady move it over, and re-injured it.
Oh, man.
So it's nothing glamorous, just stupidity.
Just stupidity. Here, this is real fast. Show you. So this is everyone's sending a bunch of hearts over here and just telling you get some rest. And, everyone's saying, hi, Robert from North Dakota. There's hi from Washington State. Rachel loves you. Everyone loves you.
We've got a Luca baby in North Dakota.
What's that?
Well, Luca, our stallion.
Oh, Luca. Yeah. Oh, one of Luca's babies is in North.
Well,
Oh,
he's going to be. We've got the ultrasound back.
oh, congratulations! You're going to be a dad again, or
No, grandpa.
a grandpa? Sorry, yeah, right. I got that one wrong. Yeah,
No.
Luca's going to be a dad again.
Yeah.
Is this Luca? Obviously. Oh, does she know?
We never tell.
You never tell.
What
Oh, she just gave a nay too. She's like, oh.
What happens in Stoneybrook stays at Stoneybrook.
Stoneybrook's like the Las Vegas of horses. He just.
We even have a woman cave.
Oh, really?
You know, it's got a piano in it, a fireplace, and it's got air conditioning. And
I'm definitely coming to Stoneybrook now.
It has, we're connected to the internet. We got cable TV.
Connected to the internet and cable TV, and you got like a piano and a cave that I can come hang out in for.
We have a lot of ladies that, over the years who have come and did their office work there.
Really?
Well, we got Wi-Fi.
You got the Wi-Fi. That's all you need right now, Robert.
What's the new stuff they have? The new
Technologies.
New technologies.
New technology. That's my world. It's technologies.
And we've had young people come and do their homework online, and
Really?
oh yeah.
I'm moving in, Robert. Like, it just sounds like the perfect place for me.
In fact, I remember we have a sign that did say man cave, but in front of it in lipstick red is WO.
The whoa man cave. Whoa. What's up, everybody? What do most horses respond to real fast? Like, what's the
Dinner.
dinner?
Yes.
Just dinner.
You start rolling in here around 4 o'clock, and they're very happy to see you.
Oh, they're right up in the gates, ready to go.
We feed our horses 3 times a day. We feed AM and PM feed, or K, and then midday grain.
Oh, okay. Hey, what part of North Dakota is Luca's baby going to be in?
Oh, I have to think about it now. Look at the paperwork. I don't even remember this time of night.
Well, I'm going to stop talking your ear off then, Robert. I'll tell you what, I'm going to swing back through tomorrow probably. We're going to get a chance to talk some more. And if anything comes up, if you think of anything, when I call tomorrow, let me know, please.
Okay.
We'll make sure to get.
Works for you.
Oh, it's just been great talking to you, man. It's been refreshing. Thank you so much.
We have a good time.
All right, Robert, we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to leave the car parked here. I'm just going to walk on down to the other gate. You got two more over here.
We do have 2 over here, yes, but they're kind of spread out.
Okay.
They, like I said, they accommodated us with the space, and they didn't really have the space.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they've just been marvelous. Whatever we needed, they were there.
That's amazing.
So, I don't know how to. There's no way I can express our gratitude.
Wow.
I mean, they just were marvelous.
That's fantastic, Robert.
I mean, we've had fantastic meals here, and
Yeah.
we just want for nothing.
They're feeding you well, huh?
I'm afraid that all of the weight that I lost during the hay season is coming back.
Yeah. Well, it's a good place to do it right here. That good.
Hay season is 15-hour days.
Wow.
So
15-hour days bucking hay?
well, I don't buck hay anymore. I don't buck. I mow it, ted it,
Yeah.
bale it.
Okay. Someone want to know, do you have any horses that have ever run in the Derby?
No, but I've got a grandson of a horse that was an all-time, it was an All-American twice at Rudoso Downs.
Oh, really?
That's the biggest purse in the United States.
Oh, wow. Okay, even better than the Derby then.
Money-wise, yeah.
Money-wise, yeah.
Colonel Cash is the grandson of Dasher Cash.
Okay, so if anyone that you guys are horse aficionados as far as the racing goes, Colonel Cash over there, the one that Robert delivered, is the son of the grandson of what was it? Those guys?
Dasher Cash.
Dash for cash.
Yeah.
Dash for cash. There it is. All right. All right, Robert. Get to sleep, man. We'll be in touch, okay?
Great.
All right, my friend.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. It's always good. It's always good, man. Yeah. And this is great. They just set you up and the whole.
Yeah, like I said, this is absolutely amazing. I mean, you know, and I'm basically, well, I'm not totally a stranger because I've shown here over the years.
Okay.
But I really am a stranger. I'm not
Right.
from around here.
Yeah. What's this setup like they got here for you? Mind if we take a look at it? I'm not gonna have to tuck him in, guys. Don't worry. I'm not. They're like, just let him go to sleep, please. Do you even know who it was that donated this?
I think I do. I'm not sure.
I mean, I bet it's great though to know that they just. Oh wow! Look at that. So this was an entirely donated rig that they gave Robert to.
For you, it's for use. It's not, you know.
Oh, it's for me?
No, you just.
I was kidding. I was kidding. You shut it up.
They just let me use it.
No, I mean, yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, it's the full setup. You know, this is great. It's got a shower back in there and
Yeah.
the full 9. And like you said, you had to leave with the clothes on your back, and here you are set up with, the full setup. Man, this is great. This is great. Yeah, I would love to come back and help you with some chores, like I said, but it sounds like
If this is homeless, I can live with it.
you got to be a transient. You might as well be at the Yamhill County Youth Livestock Auction.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Anyway, Gary can fill you in a lot of stuff.
I will. I'm gonna go talk to him.
He's, I wouldn't presume to even, talk for him, but I mean, he'll give you the schedule.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, get some sleep, Robert.
Thank you.
All right, my man. We'll talk soon.
Yeah.
Man, I could do for a trailer like that. That'd be great. But then again, I'd have to have a monstrous truck to pull that thing. So, which I don't have. So, but this place is really calm, really quiet, super laid back, really chill here, which is great. There is a staging area up front here where I talked to Gary, and get a chance to see if there's any donations that we can get put together. To help out the evacuees of this area here. So, watch out for the hose. Almost broke my ankle right there. But they have all these, like this is an indoor corral, I guess you'd call it. Take a look at it real quick. There's some horses in here as well. But this is an incredibly nice facility, though. I mean, as you're looking at it right now, it's got, everything you need. And it's got a lot of room. So, Canby, you guys, the first site that we were at, I don't see any way to get through there, so I'm going to have to go around the building. But Canby, at the Clackamas County Fairground, is in evacuation status right now. So, I mean, anybody that has updates on that, feel free to post it in the comments, and let's make sure we get as much awareness out here as possible. So, I tell you what, guys, we're going to take this down. I'm going to unpin this real quick. I want to focus on tonight, like, where are we at here? Someone gave me the whole, is that one of those things where it's like, good night on the phone, and it's like, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. And yeah, it's hard not to talk to Robert, man. He's a good dude. Just a real nice, like one of those salt of the earth type people where you just, you want him to tell you stories while you go to sleep. So I'm going to try not to touch these horses because like Robert was pointing out, some of them don't like their faces touched, but we got goats. They're on level 1 now up in Canby. Is that what someone's saying? Yeah, Robert, man, really good to talk to him. Honestly, like, just a good guy, and he's going through a lot. Like he was saying, the volunteers, or the woman, Lexi, I think is what she said her name was, that showed up. He said one will take a nap on the ground and the other one will watch their back. That's really cool. But the people that came in, they told him that he needed to evacuate. They said, you got to just get out of the house. We'll take care of the horses. And he said within an hour, the horses were all out of there. It's crazy. So you got, it's funny, you just got these tables set up just with feed just dumped on top of them. You got the chicken sauna right here. They come and they do a heat lamp and they get a chance to really work on their facials. And then they're just chilling down there. When the goats are over there, some more goats over there, more goats over here. I saw some llamas when we came in. We're gonna head down here, take a look out of here. So, if anybody knows what I'm asking right now, is yeah, I don't say goodbye, son. Is that if anybody knows of any donation locations or any. I had some issues. I was talking to people about some GoFundMes that weren't really as credible as I would have hoped for. So hopefully we'll be able to talk to Gary down here about where we can put some of these donations, and if we can start generating some more traction on how we can help bring in whatever they might need. But man, these guys are on top of it. Like Robert was saying, this place has just been, as he called it, a gold star. But the facilities are great here. And I mean, I'm no rancher or by any stretch am I a farmer, but this is my kind of farm. Hello. How are you? What's up? My name's CJ. Howdy. What's up, Daleen? It's wild how they got all these animals in here too. I mean, someone made jokes about CJ's ark, but really, this just makes me think about one big ark, you know? Oh, look. Yeah, I'm going to ask Gary. Good call, guys. So there's a lot. I mean, look at all this feed that people have donated and brought in. Goat feed. They got flock raiser, pellets for roosters, chickens, and ducks. Hay. Obviously, they got a lot of base necessity things. Things that I'm assuming that you wouldn't even think that you need, like feed buckets, hoses, rakes, and shovels. There's some baby goats over there, right in there. You can see that. Either that or they're just really short. It could be really short. But, so yeah, if anyone has it's done any research and you've seen some things about the best way to get some needed services out here, I would really appreciate it if you would hit up my team. Big shout out to the Mod Squad. You guys are amazing. So that we can go ahead and help generate more traction here. This guy's again, one sleepy. Oh, no, you're good. No, stay down. You don't have to get up. Don't get up on account of me. You're good. I'm gonna turn this light off. Ooh. Hey. You fart in my general direction. Hello. You know what? I don't want to make these horses scared, so I'm going to go ahead and walk away. I don't know enough about these animals. I don't want to upset them. I know that Robert, he said some of them don't like to be petted on their face, and some of them are just in the freaky deaky mode. So, but it looks like they still have some open stables, and which is good because these fires are still pushing through here pretty hard, and they're going to need. So I'm gonna keep going this way. They're gonna need as much space as possible to get all those animals out. Like I said, Robert alone had 22 horses. And within an hour, they got all 22 horses out of there. So that's pretty amazing. What's up? All right, cool. I see you. Oh, hey, what's up? There's something soothing about that horse sound. Oh, jeez, this guy's just sneaky. So these horses are just beautiful, man. Yeah, Joey, you're right. Let's not have an incident tonight. I'm gonna. I've already talked to people here. Talked to security. Talked to the director of. Yes, they do have. So, Zach, how you doing, bud? They smell fire. Yeah, I would bet that. I mean, I can't imagine how unnerving it must be for these animals. This dude said, "What are you talking about? Wake me up! I'm trying to eat some food." How unnerving it must be for these animals to have to go through, this all the uncertainty and not knowing what's going on. So we're gonna go over here and talk to these folks. My guy Gary. Hey. So yeah, you guys, here's the donations that are coming in. Like Robert was just saying, like he came with the clothes on his back, so they were able to get him clothes, a place to sleep. They've been feeding him really well, taking care of the horses. Hey. Sorry to interrupt. It's good. Appreciate you guys having me out here. Thanks. It's been great.
Chance to talk to Robert?
We did. We had a really good conversation. He just he's been singing songs of praise about everything he's gotten out here. Says it's been the most amazing treatment, just the most incredible situation. I kept asking him, all my viewers are like, well, what can we do to help? And he's like, absolutely nothing. They've been incredible here, taking care of the horses and just been great. They even got him a trailer to, sleep in.
Someone had a trailer that for his place. Because he was staying in a motel, but he was getting up every 2 hours to come out and check his horses.
Every 2 hours.
Well, I caught him sleeping in his truck out there back then. Back in front of the barn.
Wow.
No, he's all this started because a lady called me Tuesday morning and said, I need to move out. Do you have any stalls available that I can rent? I said, yeah, what do you need? She goes, well, I'm getting chased out because you get your horses out.
Yeah.
Well, she showed her as a 4-H person years ago.
Right.
And it was the only place you could think of to bring your horses. She had quite a story. She worked in downtown Portland.
Yeah.
Her neighbor called her and said she had an hour to get home. Or it's an hour to get to her house. Get home now, get your animals out of here. So she showed up here with 3 horses, and neighbor pulled them down here. 3 horses, a car with 5 or 6 dogs.
3 horses and 6 dogs.
Right over here.
No, she stood back there.
Oh, did she?
And she 5 or 6 dogs, and just clothes on her back.
Yeah.
And so we found her stuff, tried to take care of her. I mean, she has no family out there. And so that's how it all started. I mean, it just snowballed.
Do you know where was her house located that she needed to get out so
I think
fast?
she was out there in the East County somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know where for sure.
Right.
We probably got it and wrote it down somewhere. But
Yeah.
the time Tuesday was a little crazy. I didn't leave here till 3:30 in the morning.
I bet.
Kind of slowed down.
Yeah.
And
Then
then
Wednesday
it's
just blew
then
up.
Wednesday it blew up again.
Wednesday. Well, they had a lot of on Wednesday. Apparently, they had the evacuation zones went from like a 1 to a 3 in several places within a couple hours. They skipped 2 altogether.
I mean, we had people from all over and then outside the county.
Right.
And a lot, 95% of them, I'll say, have showed here, been here.
Yeah.
The horse people showed here.
That's what Robert had said too. He said that he'd been here a couple times. So.
Yeah, they'd showed here, so that's why they came here. And then there was a fire up on Yamhill Mountain down in Newburgh, and that really got.
That one blew up on Wednesday.
That blew up on Wednesday.
Right.
And that's when we got back.
Insane. We were taking animals in all night.
Yeah. How many animals would you say you've taken in? Do you have like
Okay,
a?
So we, at one point, we took probably a little over 200 horses,
Wow.
and almost probably right at 400 other species.
Oh, jeez.
You know, everything from parrots, or the Patagonian
The Patagonian cabby.
tabbies.
What's a Patagonian cavy?
It's like
A giant guinea
a giant
pig.
guinea pig.
We got the Jacob
We
sheep.
found out today, we had Jacob sheep, and we found out today there was 2 turtles here.
2 turtles?
They were in a
Turtles?
horse trailer. Well, they were in one of the horse trailers.
Really?
And
Did they know they were in the horse trailer? They
Yeah,
just
they knew that.
they just hitched a ride without anybody
We
knowing what's
almost
going on?
got a buffalo.
A buffalo, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
That one was worrying me a little bit because you don't keep a buffalo in a pit.
No, he was out on the highway kind of bashing cars a bit up there.
Wait. Say that one more time. You said there was a buffalo out on the highway bashing cars?
He was running down the highway up. I think it was Estacada area up there somewhere.
Okay.
And he'd gotten out and was running down the highway, running into cars, in between cars, and they called there's a big buffalo place up in Washington somewhere. And he came down to get him.
You got to know what you're doing with those.
They're dangerous.
I watched Dances with Wolves, so I'm pretty aware of how to handle a Tatanka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watched it once or twice. Kevin Costner showed me a thing or two, so I'm pretty much coached up as to how you could have called me. You do this a lot. You say Tatanka and you stomp the dirt.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you ever go to a buffalo farm, they have their fencing is it's you know, like the rails around corners on highway.
Yeah.
That's what they use. For
Just like bent steel. That's
Yep.
just yeah.
You know, big steel rails.
Yep. And there's usually 2 rows of it.
Yep, usually 2 rows of it. That's the only thing that holds them in.
Okay.
But yeah, we had quite a menagerie here.
Holly really wanted to go and try to get the buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell her please don't.
Please don't get the
I
buffalo.
I said we don't have the panels for that.
The buffalo's gonna fend for itself, right?
Well, and Lacey's like, well, we could probably put it in the bullpens.
You know, yeah, I heard that. And I'm going, look, man, I'm going,
Nope.
nope,
That's not what's happening, huh?
that's not what's happening. We're not going to take the buffalo. I will put my foot down. I will. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a buffalo. That's no joke.
So we had a lot of animals. We still got a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them have gone home. We're still quite good. There's probably 60 horses here, but that's including the minis and, you know.
So it's like 2 to 1 on that one, right? Yeah.
Some of them we had 4.
How many horses are there? Hey-oh. No?
Yeah.
No?
Exactly.
No, it's low hanging fruit. All right, leave it alone.
But, no, it's we're happy to do it. People that need, and what really makes you really kind of wonder is the support of the community
Yeah.
has been just tremendous. It's fabulous. I mean, churches, groups bringing food in for the volunteers. You know, I don't know how many volunteers. I know at one point this morning when I was counting and looked at it, you know, we had over 400 volunteers over
Wow.
the last few days.
400. That's amazing.
Yeah, showed up.
Well, not counting the ones that didn't
Yeah.
sign in or write down anything.
Yeah, there's quite a few that didn't sign in. You know.
Sure.
And the other thing is the amount, the feed, the hay, the tools, the stuff that we were prepared for. You know, we have a fair.
Right.
And we have stuff for the fair, but a lot of it's old.
Yeah.
It only gets used 4 days out of the year, so it's not a big deal. But
Yeah.
some of that wasn't lasting too long.
So-
Not ready.
Let me ask you guys some of the questions that a lot of people are asking right now. So you run this fair, right?
Yeah, I'm the fair manager.
Fair manager. Okay. Now we see a lot of donations in the background behind you there and in the other tent. What are some ways that people can help support the donations here? What are things you need?
Right now, we don't really need anything because the support has been so great.
Okay.
I mean, we're kind of in some respects, we're overwhelmed.
Oh, wow.
And the other thing you have to think about is that when this is all done, what do we do with it all?
Yeah.
And we don't want to.
You might have to speak up just. Sorry,
Oh.
it's kind of quiet. I apologize.
No, we don't want to. want to recognize the fact that they took the time to bring it here,
Sure.
and the effort to purchase it, and we want to be respectful of that.
Yeah.
So, but also the same token, what do I do with it?
Right. Right.
Well, storage is a minimum.
Right.
It's an old fairgrounds.
Okay.
It is the oldest fair in Oregon.
It is, huh?
Yeah, this fair is.
That's incredible.
First fair in Oregon, actually.
The first fair in Oregon.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do for you real fast. I'll be right back. I gotta grab a microphone.
Sure.
Because I really have.
Talk loud enough.
No, I mean I know people are probably trying to sleep. I'm gonna dip on over there. I'll be right back. Don't go to sleep on me. All right. But yeah, so you guys, we'll take a look at the donation site right here. That's what's going on. Yeah, so like Gary was saying right now, they've got an abundance of supplies right now, which is awesome. But we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the other areas, and we haven't. I know he didn't really kind of touch on it. I'm going to go grab my, and I'll find out about the PayPals, the Venmos, anything like that here in just a minute. But I know you guys are having a tough time hearing, and so I did have to do a little shopping today for some technologies, and I think I got a solution for that. So bear with me for a minute, guys. Yeah. Again, that's part of what I appreciate from you guys' donations is getting my technology beefed up so I'm able to do this better. I figured it was pretty quiet out here, so I wouldn't need the full microphone situation. But I hope that what I picked up today should simplify the process. So I'm just gotta walk back over here by Robert's spot. And then I want to wake up the goats. Because I'll tell you right now, you don't want to piss off a goat in the middle of the night. They will never forgive you. You know what I mean? So I say that like that's an actual, you know what I mean? Let me tell you a thing about goats here real quick. You guys want to hear? Let me tell you. No, I'm just kidding. How many of you leaned in though? Like, oh shoot, he's about to drop some knowledge on me. He's about to give me some goatisms. Venmo, you guys never heard of Venmo? Come on. Well, it's an app like anything where you can donate money. So I'll be back here. Say that again, brother. I didn't mean to actually say it again, but all right, cool. I was getting yelled at by a cow. I think it was a cow. A cow? It is a cow. He just confirmed it. So, there's the car. So, yeah, if you guys are curious about goats have memories like elephants, apparently. They don't forget anything. So you guys are going to go on a little car stream with me for a second. I'm going to drive back down to Robert. Or not Robert, sorry. Got Robert on my mind, y'all. Back down to Gary. And we will proceed to chat a little more about some of the needs that they might have. I also want to keep in mind that there's other locations right now, other farms or other evacuation sites that if there's an overflow of services and goods here, that they might be able to facilitate maybe providing one of the other evacuation sites with some help. So what would be cool if you guys in here could go ahead and post up if anybody's ready to do some quick research for me, that'd be awesome. And look up all the donation sites, or the evacuation sites out here in Oregon, and we'll go from there. We'll take it. We will use that for one of the overflow things. I'm going to try to put more work into, guys. I focused a lot of my attention on trying to help get animals out and be a lot more hands-on than I normally am. And I feel like I might have missed a lot of opportunity to just contribute via the way of this network, this incredible network that we have here. So yeah, I know people have been asking, and I definitely want to focus the attention on helping get people the services that they need. And guys like, you know, Robert that are just, you know, like, it blew my mind to hear him say he had to leave with the clothes on his back. Like, that's just terrible. So I'm going to sit you guys right up here for a minute while I grab, oh, never mind. That's not working for me. Let's do this right here. I just need you to bear with me for a minute, guys, while I, it's warm in here. Hook up this mic. Yeah, Portland right now is a huge evac site. Sorry. Sit still. I would love some animals, man. Like real talk. It's just gonna keep moving on me. Maybe it won't. I would love to have a farm situation. That'd be incredible. There we go. This is what I need. And this one right here. What did I say? Hands-on CJ called chores. Yeah. Yeah, no, I grew up in a household, you guys, where chores that was commonplace. My sister will tell you guys, we did chores, like, and I always got her to do mine for me. Ayo, not really, but maybe kind of. Just saying. But oh man, I thought I left the mic at home. Jeez. I'll tell you what, if it wasn't screwed on, right? Okay, so bear with me for a minute here, guys. I'm gonna have to hook the mic up here, then we should be able to hear things a lot better. So bear with me for just a moment here. Do that. Okay, cool. And then do this right here. This is all part of that process, the technologies. Boom. Hook that on there like that. Pardon my mitt being in the way. There we go. That snaps on there. Okay. I'm going to have to get your guys' go ahead in 1 minute. Let me know if you can hear me all right. So bear with me for a minute, guys. I know a lot of people are kind of tuning out that are on the East Coast, but if you got to go to sleep, you know, let me know. I get it. I understand. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Turn that one on. And then I'm going to plug this one into this one right here. Boom. And then we're going to do this right here. Possibly. And let me know here in a minute if you guys can hear it all right, okay? So bear with me for a second, guys. Almost. All right, can you guys hear me okay? Yes, can you hear me? I have to do that because I don't know if you can hear me or not. Anybody? How does it sound on the microphone? Anybody? Can you hear me? Anybody? Anybody? Are these thumbs up because you can hear me okay, or what's up? Yes. Okay. There we go. Yes. Is it good? A good sound? We're good? All right, cool. Nice. All right. We're going to go back out here and talk to my guy, Gary, and hopefully get a, yeah, shout out, Michael. I hear you. I'm having to watch myself now.
Yes. Okay. There we go. Yes.
Yes. Is it good? A good sound? We're good? All right, cool.
Is the
Nice. All right.
can you hear the
We're going to
pops?
go back out
the
here and
T's and the
talk to
P's.
my guy, Gary.
All right.
And hopefully, get a, shout out, Michael. I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk into the
I'm going to have to
microphone
watch myself.
just
Yes,
like
okay.
this.
Yes. Is it good? A good sound? We're good? All right, cool.
Is the
All right. Can you hear the
We're
pops?
gonna go
back out here and talk to
We're in there.
Gary. All right. And hopefully.
All right, I'm done with that weirdness. All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So, I know we lost a handful of viewers, but it's just cool. I get it. Sleepy time kicks in, and we're not really doing a lot of high energy coverage right now. But this is good stuff, though. All right. Good. We're here. Hi. I'm coming back. Check, test, check. You guys can hear me okay, right? Like over here? Is that a Wally Joyner commemorative bat?
That's a flashlight.
Oh, you got me fooled.
It's a flashlight.
Okay. It looks like a bat.
It,
Does it work like a bat?
it will work like a bat.
Is that the idea?
Yep.
This seems excessive for a light. You guys see this, like,
I'm doing our safety detail.
which is you better act right or else.
Pretty much. Make sure everybody where they belong.
Everybody better do what they're told or else.
Exactly.
All right. We're about to flip this bench, man. You and me.
Oh no,
It's just wobbly.
Okay.
it's on rocks.
Alright, I'm gonna go walk barns.
Okay. You guys can hear me okay on the mic, right? Had to get this thing plugged in.
Should I go ahead and turn barn lights on?
There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this on.
Yahtzee.
You won't go.
All right.
Or are you gonna sit here? I don't care either. I don't care.
I don't
If you
care
it might
either.
Be on TV.
If you don't want to be, let me know, because I am live, just so you guys know. At all times.
Put my filter.
The mic isn't working? Yeah, the mic, it should be working. You guys should be hearing me just fine. Bear with me for 1 minute here. I just want to make sure we've got this set up right.
That's all right.
All right. Mic is on. At all times. The mic isn't working? Yeah, the mic, it should be working. You guys should be hearing me just fine. They can hear me fine. These guys, man. Tell you what, it's hard to tell, you have to you'd have to watch it on your end to see what's really going on. Everyone says hello, Gary.
Oh, well, hello everybody.
So, hopefully this works out better. We'll be able to hear you a little bit better here.
Okay.
So, stop telling me what to do, y'all. Got like 700 people in here that are telling me what to do. Is that better? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Phone mic, yes. Other mic, no. This, I guarantee it's filled. Ah!
That's all right.
Sneaky shovel. Tried to get me. How about I just sit a little closer to you, just in case, boss?
Sit over there.
I was thinking on your knee, but
Hey, wait a second. I don't have a beard.
okay. All right. Well, let me do this. I'm gonna redo this guy here. So I know this is working before, and I think that people are a little confused as to what they're hearing right now. So 1 second, y'all. Mix. Okay. Yeah, the lights are on. See, even
You see the red light go back on.
Yeah, the mic went out because I unplugged it. Now it should be back on. Okay. Okay, we're in here. We're back into business. All
There
right.
we go.
All right, so we're going to go right back to where we were for a second. So I was asking you about the, so this is Gary. Gary, how do you say last name?
Works.
Gary Wirtz.
It works.
All right. And you run the Yamhill County Fairgrounds here?
Yep.
That's great.
Yes.
And so what's going on here with all these animals? What's happening?
Well, we took them in to give them homes through a stressful time because some animals it's pretty stressful. You know, smoke is a big stressor.
Here, I'll let you take the mic, actually.
Okay.
You can talk into that mic there. You're good to go. You just got to, there you go.
There you go. So, you know, smoke's a big stressor for a lot of animals, especially horses, cows,
Yeah.
you know, the bigger animals, because it's, you know, fight or flight
Sure.
type of thing. And wanted to give them a safe home that they didn't, you know, they could calm down because, you know, some animals, especially horses, they can do what they call stress colic, which is bad. You know, an animal can stress and die.
Yeah.
And so wanted to give them a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's stressed enough that it's a new home, just like anybody else would be moving into, you know, a new place that's unfamiliar with them. And the families, you know, because a lot of these animals are their kids. They treat them just their family members.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Even if they're working animals, they're family members.
Sure. So we talked a little bit earlier about the donations, and tell me about what you got going right now for donations.
Well, actually, it made me feel pretty good because I mean donations started coming out of the woodworks. People wanting to do something that they couldn't physically help, so they brought food out. A lot of them are not familiar with animals, didn't know how to take care of them.
Sure.
So they came out, brought, you know, items. They brought items for people that are displaced. You know, all they've got is if they have a horse trailer, they're living, you know, they're staying in their horse trailer. So they left some of them around here. We had, you know, left with just the clothes on their back, and so we found them extra clothes and personal items. You know, so you know the hygiene and that type of stuff.
Sure.
And it's been, you know, of course, the farm community, that's what we are. We're an ag-related business. I shouldn't say business, but we're an ag-related industry that we support the agriculture, and so the ag industry supported us. Farmers have brought hay in. Companies that deal with, you know, animal supplies have dropped off tons of supplies. I mean, we actually have tons of hay, grain, all that for any species that we had here.
Great.
Which is, and plus the food. The restaurants have just gone nuts because they knew there was such a volunteer workforce out here that they're feeding them.
Yeah.
And plus the people that are here that, you know, are staying here with their animals, or coming here to take care of their own animals. We have a great network, which is, you know, 4-H and FFA kids. They came out, plus you know, people that were in 4-H and FFA when they were kids.
Yeah.
They all come out of the woodworks to help horse people. I mean, it's just phenomenal.
That's great.
Phenomenal how many people came out to help.
Yeah.
You know, we had so many people who didn't know what to give them jobs. We were just talking about that, but you know, from just sweeping the floors of the aisles of the barns, you know, keeping it clean. Because I mean, that's another thing. On top of that, you got to worry about taking care of, you know, all the refuse out of the stalls, keeping fresh water in. I mean, to the point where we had adults out there that they didn't know what to do, so they grabbed buckets and started washing the buckets out so that there's clean, fresh water for the animals. And it's just overwhelming in some respects.
Right.
On that.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to take a second here, and I'm going to play with this mic one more time.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure that people can hear you, and people are saying they can't hear me, but it sounds like maybe I just need to turn the quality up on the mic here. Video quality. Everyone's like, hey, the quality of the video is great, but I'm having a tough time hearing my guy Gary. So we're going to play with it for a second, guys. Because I want to talk to you about donations. So
All right, cool. We're gonna play with this mic for a second, all right? So you guys better not be playing with me right now. People like to screw around. I'm talking to the live feed.
Oh.
He's like, it's not like it's pre-recorded. Yeah, there's like 530 people that are watching right now, and this is all part of the live stream situation.
Oh, yeah.
You got to make sure you. Is this better? Can you guys hear me right now on the mic? Is that better for you? Okay. People say they can hear us both just fine.
Okay.
But it could be a situation. Hard to hear. Okay, well, you guys might just have to turn the volume up on your phones and or televisions, okay? That's all I can tell them sometimes, you know? Let's probably screw on the right way here. All right, and then we're going to touch this on the back end here. All right, guys. One more time. How we doing on the mic? I'm gonna hold this a little bit further away from me here. You can see is Gary right here in the background.
Yep.
There he is, and this is me on the mic. How you guys hear me? So, I don't want to hold the mic too close to my mouth because this just doesn't have a good look to it. Plus, it still smells like tear gas. You don't want to deal with that.
Oh, well, oh.
Yeah, I do. I've been doing mostly conflict coverage, so it's
I
been a
was
lot
gonna
of
say,
tear gas and pepper
what's
spray.
the difference between tear gas and smoke?
Yeah, right? That's people are laughing like, hey, you've just been hucking smoke with tear gas for the last 110 days. Yeah. So, all right. I hope you guys can hear me okay. If not, then I don't know what to tell you guys. We'll try doing an unplug replug. How about that? Do this guy right here. Boom. Plug that one. This is why it's nice to have like a field guy, someone that's tech savvy that can handle this kind of business. And it's not me, I can tell you that right now. Good. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. I did something. Let me do this. Okay. How's this right now? Gotta be real secretive about it. You gotta give him the bedroom talk right now. The mic is good, huh? Because you can hear the right there. Okay. Man, what a process. Hand Gary the mic, it says. It should be working, you guys. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. I did something. Let me do this. Okay. How's this right now? I can't tell either. You gotta give him the bedroom talk. The mic is good, huh? Because you can hear the right there. Okay. So the mic's got good pickup. Man, what a process. What a process is right, CJ. The volume's all the way up with the mix on. This is what I do right here, yeah. All right. If it's better, it's better. I'm just going to have Gary talk a little closer to the mic then, okay, guys? Because I think it's probably the mic that's working, but I can't tell if it's good on the pickup. I'm normally on that side of the camera,
right.
So all of this is like me having to figure this out. You guys know how much I hate technology, and so I'm not, whatever. We're going to work with it now, okay? So here we go. Anyway. And I'm going to give you the mic.
All right, I'll hold it closer.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah. So we're going to jump into brass tacks here. So donations.
Okay.
Talk to me about donations.
Okay, so donations have been, like I said, great. You know, we're overwhelmed with a lot of donations of goods and stuff, you know, things like that. We've had people wanting to do cash donations, and you know, quite frankly, I don't know what this is going to cost us.
Is there a place you can do cash donations?
Yeah, you can send it to the Yamhill County Fair.
Okay, so guys, if you'd post that real fast, I want to make sure we get that up here.
Right.
If one of my mods would post up there the Yamhill County Fair, is there a website? Just go to the website. Is there a donation link?
Actually, would you go to Yamhill County? Just go to the Yamhill County website. You'll see Yamhill County Fair.
And then there's a place to donate right in there.
I don't know. Generally, just send it to the fair itself.
Okay.
We're not that tech savvy yet.
Okay. Well, I mean, I want to make sure. I mean, we could help.
Working on it.
We could have our people help you set something up.
After 165 years, you think we'd get to that point?
Could just be, you know, technology is overrated, man. I tell you what.
Sometimes.
So, so basically where we're at right now is you guys go to Yamhill County Fair, Yamhill, and then you go to the Yamhill County, and then you go to the fair. And if you do that,
you should see.
It'll give you addresses and stuff like that if you wish. You don't have to. We're doing fine. You know, this facility is a non-tax supported facility, and such that all the revenue that's made is from the events that are held here
Okay.
that support this facility. And of course, this year there isn't a whole lot of support because you can't have shows.
You got that right.
But with that being said, we will survive. I mean, this fair's only not been held 4 times in its life, and one was 1918, and 2 are World War II, and then this year.
Oh wow.
So,
Thanks 2020.
yeah, thanks, 2020. It really didn't want to have that. But,
Doing a thorough job of messing up all of our fair going.
yeah, and so the whole purpose of this whole property is to have a county fair. And a lot of people don't realize that county fairs in Oregon, there's 36 of them, including the state fair, are all mandated by statute that every county will have a county fair, and which is kind of neat because a lot of places don't have that. Unless
Yeah.
you go back east, and I think every town has a county fair. So, you know, there'd be 80 county fairs back there, but in Oregon it's 36.
Okay.
And so, and majority of the fairs are supported just like we are.
Yeah.
And so we're pretty proud of the fact of what we've been able to do here, and really proud of the fact that we were able to pull this off. We treated it just like a fair, with, you know, checking people in, checking people out, that type of stuff, all the logistics of trying to put something together a little bit different. You know, we normally don't, you know, people bring their own feed for their animals. Well, this time we knew people didn't have feed. They were just trying to get their animals out, and then we came up and the community supported that.
Yeah.
That's what's phenomenal about it. The community supported that. But, you know, I just viewed that the expenses of this was going to be like having a fair. That didn't happen. So,
Right. So Robert mentioned something. He said, you know, I don't know how they're keeping the lights on or how that's happening. Is that coming
Well,
out of the fair pocket right now?
Yep,
Or?
it comes out the fair pocket. You know, these properties are not cheap, especially if they're old. They're not energy efficient because that hasn't been a priority. It's more a priority keeping the buildings up. So, you know, it's generally about, when we have our fair, which is, you know, 4 days but week long with all the events going on for the kids and stuff. Normally the power, water, and sewer bills are about $2,800 a month, and it'll be about $6,000 when we have
Wow.
the fair. So I figured we're going to be somewhere in there.
Okay. Almost like business as usual.
Yeah, and then of course, you know, the little things you don't think about, the bathroom supplies,
Sure.
that type of stuff. But you know, we were prepared for that because we thought we were going to have a fair.
Right.
But you know, everything, you know, there's a cost. But you know, I was not worried about the cost.
Right.
That's something I can deal with later. I'm more worried about taking care of people and in their time of need.
Absolutely.
And cost there's in the community, I'm sure, will come out and help us.
Yep.
And they have already.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, I cannot begin to say I am shocked, overwhelmed is probably the better word of what the support has been.
Yeah.
And when you've been around as many years as this place has been around, there's a lot of people, you know, from all over have come up here because I had an elderly lady come in and she said, I showed horses here in the 50s.
Wow.
And I want to do my part.
That's amazing.
So, you know, it is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and it also, you know, for the new people that are here that didn't know what a fairgrounds was, didn't know what a fair, you know, was, it opened their eyes like, oh, there's this whole other thing out here, you know, in the middle of town.
Sure.
When this was built, this was outside of town.
Right.
So
the town kind of grew up around it then. Yeah.
Town grew up around it.
Yeah.
And it's a smaller facility. We only have 27 acres here.
Yeah.
And you know, we put about 100-acre run on 27 acres. So.
You guys know how to stretch that footage,
You know, 2-ton load on a 3/4-ton pickup.
right?
Thing.
10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about the same
there it
difference,
is.
yeah.
Not that I'm making a comparative
No,
to, you know what I
but
mean. That's about
no, there's no lie to that.
right. So, what's the? Let me ask you. People keep popping up. How are things with like the vet technicians and vets? How
So,
do you need
one-
need of those right now, or?
The vets have all we got to do is call them. Actually, every day I have a retired vet who's still licensed, comes out here, and I have speed dial to the state vet's office, who the person that covers this area actually even showed animals here when he was a kid.
Seems to
So
be
he
the running
became a
thing.
vet.
Yeah.
So he's always calling me to make sure if there's anything that I need. But I have this retired veterinarian that does an animal check. If there's a need, I've got a resource of vets in the area that will come immediately to help us deal with whatever problem we have. And quite frankly, we haven't had any problems.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, we've had one, but that was unfortunately that animal was sick when it got here. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was age and breathing problems with the smoke and stuff like that.
Right.
But
Right.
that's to be expected.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's to be expected. What's wonderful about it is that all the animals, they're stressed when they got here.
Yeah.
Because those hurry up, load, get going, and get out of there, bring to a new home, and they were stressed. And, it's wonderful that we've been able to do that.
Yeah.
Keep them safe, make them feel comfortable. And we have a volunteer, this army that has showed up to help take care of all this.
Yeah.
They walk these animals. The horses are all taken for walks.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times a day. We even have a pair of dogs here for a poor lady that didn't know where else to go. We've got our horses here too, but
Yeah.
we've got volunteers that love, and these 2 dogs love to go for a walk.
Yeah. The Dalmatians that I saw.
There's those.
I saw those were
are
small
all-
horses themselves, man.
Yeah,
Those things were
yeah.
huge.
Well, no, there's a couple of, I don't know what they are. They're white, furry. They're very social animals.
White furry dogs. We know that
White
much.
furry dogs.
We know that much.
I don't know what they are, but I tell you what, those 2 dogs, they want to be around people. They want to go for walks all the time. So we have
Yeah.
like I said, so we try to pair people up with what abilities they have.
Sure.
Don't want to put them in a dangerous situation.
Right.
But I don't think they have anything here that's that dangerous.
Yeah.
Other than a goat that might be a little nasty once in a while, but that's a goat. Kind of like
I
some
told you
people-
guys, goatisms over here.
Yeah, yeah. There's the reason to call some of us old goats.
Yeah.
So, but it's been great. It's just absolutely, it restores your faith in mankind.
Absolutely.
It really does. So
That's powerful.
it's just, I can't emphasize enough the amount of help that has come out to help us do
Yeah,
this.
that's
And
great.
Make it a success. The people made it a success, not us. I mean, this is, to use kind of a pun, this is baptism by fire type of thing.
No, I mean,
And so
brings people to Jesus, you
Yep.
know, and that's
so
what's
when
happening.
we just threw what we know how to do in the mix and made it happen. If there was a need, we made a call out to the alumni of 4-H and FFA. I can't begin to say what they've done for us, and it was here
Yeah,
in
That's
the farm
amazing.
community. I mean, the farm community is very concerned about what was going on, what do we need, and just showed up. Lumber mills are still running. I mean, shavings, you don't think about those things. You need shavings for the stalls,
sure.
and we had 3 companies that boom showed up. I've got shavings that last me for a year here.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I mean,
How about that, huh?
yeah.
Do you feel? I mean, is there? I know that what I'm going to ask that we might even try doing is people are going into the website, but they're not finding a donation link, and I know that it's all about the simplicity of being able to like Venmo. So what I might ask my mods to do is get with you in the morning
Yeah, they
And
can
then-
call the office.
and then maybe
or
help you set up.
email us.
Yeah, what we could do is help you set up a Venmo.
Yeah.
And then I'll go ahead and put another blast out, and because a lot of people are asking how they can donate, and even if it's just enough funding to help, feed the volunteers and whatever it might be, we'd love to help you do that. And we could. I mean, my technology team, because it's not me.
It's not
It's
me
definitely
either.
right. We're not those guys,
I got
but
a smartphone and it's smarter than me.
it better be, right?
Yeah.
It better be with how much we pay for these darn things.
It's
Yeah.
not smarter than me. I look
Yeah.
up new every day, and I've had it for 2 years.
Man, I tell you what. So here we are. We're gonna do our best to work with you to get it done and get you set up. But yeah, that's fantastic. Someone asked if any animals have been born here yet. I mean,
Well,
since
you know,
the evacuation, yeah.
We have an alpaca that's.
Are those the ones over there that I
Yeah,
saw?
there's an alpaca over there that's thinking about it.
Just
And
teetering.
there's a couple of cows that are due any time.
Really?
So, but stress puts that off a little bit.
Yeah.
But they will come. But we haven't had any yet. We were expecting it to happen.
Oh, okay.
And it's still good.
Farm loving out here.
Yeah.
Got to get those animals. Got to keep it going.
Yep.
Keep the
Yep,
circle
keep
of
the
life
cycle
going. Yeah,
Yep. So we were expecting it. We did have eggs. In fact,
I saw
on Sunday
some eggs in a carton
Yeah.
over here. Yeah.
So Sunday there was a church came out and did breakfast and they used the eggs.
Oh, really?
They used some of the eggs.
Did they know that they were?
No, knew they were born. They were laid here.
I mean,
But we tried. And we did. And that was one of the things I had to worry about is making sure that it's not the most sanitary conditions for everybody to be
right.
eating here. I mean,
Right.
you're out in a parking lot behind an animal barn and having a big, 4-star meal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So-
Yeah. No, I get that.
So, but yeah, chickens have been laying eggs. They're going to lay eggs no matter what.
Yeah.
Ducks lay eggs, and
We saw a lot of feed over in one of the corrals over there. So a lot of people
Right.
are donating feed for the
Yep.
animals.
actually companies have donated feed.
That's great.
And some of the big giants in the industry showed up and said, "Here's some feed. What do
That's
you
great.
need?" And we needed, because we have some pigs here, we needed some pig feed.
Okay.
And holy crap! The next thing I
You can say.
Okay. Well, anyway,
You're okay. It's
you know
after
what?
hours here. PG-13 is 100% okay.
holy, you know what? We ended up with a pallet of pig feed.
Yeah.
And goats and chickens, and they all take a different type of feed. So
What do
you-
pigs eat?
not
From the
anything.
movies, apparently it's people.
Well, they do
Right.
that too. But
Jeez.
if you let them,
Just not let them then. Let's not do that.
Don't let them.
That is what I don't want to have happen.
Slow in the pig pen.
Don't be slow in a pig pen real fast.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys right now.
Yeah.
That's a farmism to live off of right now.
Yeah.
Do not be slow in a pig
Don't
pen.
be slow in a pig pen.
Hashtag don't be slow in a pig pen. My man has it over here. Exactly. Don't be slow in a pig pen.
Oh, God. I'm glad this is after hours.
Yeah, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, but
So yeah, I just want to let you know, ask him if we can call him in the morning. So, yeah, so tomorrow we are gonna have someone call you to help set up that Venmo to make sure, and then we're gonna replug to make sure all of our viewers that are looking to donate will get that in there.
okay.
And help, whatever fundage comes in is great. It'll help, like I
every-
said.
every little bit will help.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
And,
What about now clothes? We see you got a lot of clothes donations over here as well. So I'm
that
gonna.
was one of those deals that clothes showed up, and it's one of those things you don't think about, but someone else smarter than me thought about it and showed up. One of the churches brought some of their stuff out, and we've had people come and didn't have anything. I mean, the saddest thing I had was some folks were staying with cousins down out of Sheridan, which is south of us or west of us,
Yeah.
and
Sheridan, you said? Sheridan, Oregon?
Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sheridan, Oregon. And they were actually in the fires up there at Gates and Idana, up in the San Am Canyon Valley,
Wow.
and where everything was burnt. In fact, one of the cars that's on Facebook you see from that area is theirs.
Oh, jeez.
And all they had was clothes on their back, and they came down here because they know the fairgrounds.
That's exactly what Robert
their
was saying.
cousins did.
Yeah.
They came down here and they got stocked up on clothes, and personal, hygiene items and stuff. And the other thing we had, we had a bunch of people bring sleeping bags and blankets and towels and stuff like that for people out here. So that was even, I was more worried about it, getting the animals. Didn't even think about that. And, what you saw over there right now is only probably a third of what was there.
Really?
On Wednesday.
And that's fantastic.
So a lot of stuff has gone out to the right people where it needs to go, and that's what we're going to do with all the feed, leftover feed when this whole deal is over. Is that we're going to make sure it goes to places what it was intended for, to help people.
Yeah.
And we've got to, and we have to, because there's, it's perishable, just like any other food stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
For humans, a lot of this feed is perishable. The hay, though, is something that we can store, but we can use it, and I plan to give it to people that, what's left over, people that need help. There's people that lost their whole hay storage for the year.
Yeah.
And
There are other fairgrounds we know too that are taking people in, and do you think, is there any like overflow opportunities for anything that they might need, or do you have any collaboration with?
Well, yeah, we belong to the Oregon Fairs Association, so my texts and emails are all tied into all the other fairgrounds, and we put out there, what do you need? Well, most of them are the same thing that we're having going on.
Okay.
Here, overwhelmed with the support.
That's amazing.
Which is very amazing.
Hygienic.
And so we had, oh my God, we got probably half a reservoir here of water, and so we took a bunch of the water over to the Aurora Fire Department, gave it to them. They were short.
They were short on water?
They were short on water.
That's one thing you don't want the fire department to be short on.
Well, and personal items, drinking water.
Sure.
And personalized. So we took a bunch over there to them. They were grateful that we did that, and told them, if you need more, we've got it over here.
Yeah.
You're welcome to it. But it's, when you have companies that don't normally donate and show up with a pallet of water, that's just absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. How long now? For a lot of you wanted me to tell you that everyone's praying for you guys out here and putting all your hearts out. Yeah. And also, they're curious. How long do you foresee? I mean, I saw one of the projections for that Beachy Creek fire. The containment was set for like October 31st.
Yeah.
And how long do you foresee this being like an evacuation site?
I'll keep it as long as there's a need.
Yeah. How many people do you have staying here right now?
Oh, right now, Lord. One of the things we didn't keep track of
was the people.
How many people?
Goats, llamas,
We were
alpacas,
more worried about
and
the animals,
chickens.
But,
Yeah.
We probably had, I would venture to say we probably had 80 people, 80 families staying here.
Wow.
Varying forms of things to stay in.
Yeah.
Robert, of course, up there, we found him, he was in a motel in his pickup, and we found him a living quarters horse trailer to stay in.
That's a super nice trailer too.
So we've had people bring a couple RVs out here for people that needed a place.
Yeah.
No, we'll be here as long as they need us.
That's great.
And because, I can't tell you right now, but I know, like Robert's situation, where majority of his property is in the red zone.
Did you hear what he said with his house?
Yeah.
Half of his property's in his house. Yeah.
Kitchen's in the red zone, so if the wife wants to get out of the red zone, she goes to the living room.
Yeah, so it's the bedroom and the living room are in the yellow zone, and then the kitchen and the laundry room are in the red zone.
Red zone. So, and I've told them all that they have a home, and people that left today to go home said, I'm going home. And I just said, if something changes, weather changes, something blows up, they know they've got a second home.
That's great, man.
We will be here for them.
Absolutely.
Might be tracking a little bit, but we'll be here.
Yeah. Is your home right now in a fire zone?
No, I live here in the McMinnville.
Oh, okay. What about you? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm here in McMinnville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was worried though, lost contact with my two little sons.
Oh, wow.
They were
Do you mind if I...
No, that's cool.
Okay, yeah. You were saying, though?
No, my two little boys, they lived up at a Clackamas.
Okay.
Where everything was just chaos. Estacada, Clackamas, Canby, Malala, Beaver Creek, that whole area was just
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was.
Yeah, we were up there the other day.
communication, phone service was spotty here for. Everybody was posting, like trying to call people. Nobody could get any calls out. Service was flickering on and off, and yeah, it was just panic.
Yeah.
Like you don't know where anybody is. Everything's chaotic. Like
Yeah.
the day that the winds picked up, you know, I was telling my friends, hey, I know people are panicking all over Facebook, social media, like they're looking for places. Hey, who has horse trailers? Hey, does anybody have a place to stay?
Yeah.
I've got a personal friend that lived in Lyons, lost his entire place. 9-month-old baby girl with his wife, and he managed to get his horse out, and a passerby with a trailer had room, took his horse. He's going to have to track it down later. Nobody knows where it basically went off to. But
Wait, he lost his wife and his 9-month-old?
No. His wife and his 9-month-old jumped in the car.
Oh.
And he knew something was going on because all the animals, I guess, were riled up or something. And yeah, Lyons was just overtaken in no time at all, and he lost his entire farm. He said he lost goats, chickens. They were just gone like that.
Jeez.
And he basically said that they got out with what they were wearing, like just sweats, pajamas, a handful of clothes, grabbed their baby girl, loaded into a car, and got out of the county as quick as they could.
It's insane.
And yeah, it's
Wow.
just terrible for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I was down 2 years ago for Paradise in California, and my brother and I guess a bunch of the news channels took interest in our story, but my brother's wife, her whole family's from Paradise, and they lost pretty much everything. And him and I collaborated with a few other people, and we put posts out from basically Sheridan, everybody we know from Sheridan all the way up to Portland. Gresham Toyota opened up, and they became like donation centers that we didn't even know, and we, between the two of us, in 5.5 days roughly, we pulled in almost 67,000 pounds of like toothpaste, everything that you can see over here, you know, like clothing,
Yeah.
toothbrushes, soaps, body washes, combs, like anything that, you know, people, like Gary was saying, you know,
Yeah.
here a lot of people were like, well, this is a place for the animals, and a lot of people don't think of, hey, what about all the people that lost everything,
Yeah.
homes, every belonging, every picture, and it's like they don't get that back. So, you know, we got down to California, and everything was so backed up down there for Paradise.
Yeah, people are saying Paradise went up.
We were sitting for basically 2 days with two 18-wheelers just packed full of supplies and just waiting for people to unload us. Like there was just, like he said, it's overwhelming, some of the just people coming together to make a difference for other people who, you know, lost everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, we were sitting there with the two trucks, couldn't unload. We pulled into a Home Depot parking lot, you know, and just sat there for 2 days. And when the smoke broke the next, you know, right after the main part of the fires and the smoke started to shift, we got there at night. We couldn't even see what was going on. Everything was just dark. And
Yeah.
in the morning, we went back to the trucks. We stayed with, I guess, my sister-in-law's, you know, she had relatives in a safe zone from Paradise.
Yeah.
We crashed there on couches and chairs for the night, went back to check the trucks in the morning, and everything around us in the Home Depot, all the residents had people laying on sleeping bags and under tarps in their backyard that were evacuated and uprooted from that whole area. And, you know, we just said, you know, while we're waiting, these people are in need. We cracked open the back doors of the trucks and just started handing out shoes, socks, toothbrushes, toothpaste, toiletries, you know, pillows, blankets, anything anybody needed.
Yeah.
We just started passing it out while we were waiting to get unloaded, because there is a need for the donations. Red Cross is a great one. We worked with the Hope Center down there in California. They're another great source for, you know, taking donations
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But, you know, what these guys have done here for all the families, animals, it's just been great and overwhelming, like you said. So
Yeah.
it's been a good ordeal to see. You know, it's tragic for the loss and just the pure stress, you know, everybody's going through, but it's great to see, like Gary said, the community and just everybody come together to, you know, make a difference for those who've lost everything and have nowhere else to really go, or who were, you know, uprooted from where they're from.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah,
Man, that's
tough.
yeah.
Yeah, we had a family that was here yesterday, told us that they were in the Paradise fire also, and they decided they said they needed to come out and repay what was done for them.
Mm.
Oh,
And
nice.
the dad brought his kids and his wife out, just to help muck stalls and do stuff, because it's what people did for them at Paradise, they wanted to return for the people up here that they had relocated their lives here.
Yeah.
I was overtaken by that a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's been a great, it's sad that it takes something like this to make people come together, but it's neat that it does.
Absolutely. Yeah. Can't agree with you enough on that. Hey, I'm going to unplug this for us. I think that the mic is just not working for us. So I'm going to do that real fast. I'll take that one from you there, boss. Appreciate it. Yeah. Not that I'm done talking. I saw you sneak in behind me. Yeah, I caught you back there. Don't think you're not going to. Yeah, see right there. Sneaky Sue over here. How are things going for you back there, huh? Let's talk about it. Oh, you want to talk about it. People want you to talk about it. What's your experience out here right now with everything? How have you felt this has all come together? How quick has this come together, by the way? Like, when did you start?
In hours. It just came together in hours. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, from my first phone call wanting to rent some stalls to what we ended up with Tuesday night and Wednesday. We threw this thing together like you wouldn't believe. And I'm pretty proud of the fact that we're successful. We were organized to the point where we have people someone's here all night just for the animals, doing animal checks.
Yeah.
And security. For the
Sure.
families. So these families don't have to, that we're here, do not have to worry about someone's coming in, because there's always that element that's attracted to this stuff.
We keep hearing these stories. We keep hearing them. It blows my mind.
So we wanted to make sure, and these are all volunteers.
Yeah.
All volunteers that come out here. I mean, there's even an off-duty officer that shows up out here. There's some recently out of the military.
Oh, that's good.
Still in the military. They showed up to help walk around, do security, just to make sure. And this gentleman over here, he gets to spend the nice cold evenings out there. That's what he's doing.
You're doing security out here?
Yes, sir.
That's good. That's good.
We got a couple guys out right now.
I met. Was it Kevin? Was that the guy I met? He's wearing like
those guys, they're going to be taking off in a couple hours, so I'm going to be the overnight after they leave.
Jeez.
So that'll be me and her over here for the night.
Sneaky Sue back there. Sneaky Sue back there. Yeah. We're on to you. She's like the ninja security. It's a good thing I literally have eyes in the back of my head here, because this sees behind me. So.
I'm surprised.
So I do this, and it looks like I'm over here, but really I'm looking at you. Yeah.
It's not midnight yet, is it?
Oh, no.
I got another hour or two.
Yeah. So you guys basically have had to set up a city.
Yep.
I mean, full with the amenities for animals and people within a couple hours.
Oh, exactly.
That just blows my mind.
It blew my mind. I had no clue that we would have the people that came in as quick as they did. And like I said before, a lot of people just remembered, they knew this McMinnville was out of the area, and they've been here.
Yeah.
As kids. Some of them have been here as kids, showing them, I'm going to McMinnville.
Yeah.
And
You said, what did you say back there? You said it's what? It's home.
it's a home.
Yeah. It's home. I think that's a big deal. I think people are, Robert used the word a lot, and I think I've heard it here, the community. Like, you build a home within your community, and I think it's powerful to see that there's those roots that, even though they may be, pretty deep, they run, you don't get a chance to soil them up too often, but they're still there,
Well, and they remember, this, when there's a fair, this is a home.
Yeah.
To a lot of people, and they never forget that. And so, all these fairgrounds have the same type of thing that we do.
Yeah.
That it's another home, and people that they haven't seen in years, they just, it's one of the few standards that doesn't change in our world.
Yeah.
Is fairgrounds.
And we all grew up on fairgrounds too, like going to the county fairs. Like, you have the Puyallup Fair up where I'm from, and that's like, that's the jam. Like, Kitsap County Fair was the other one over there, the smaller one, but Puyallup Fair was just,
you got out of school to go to that.
Right.
Like they give you like, remember that was like we get fair day. You got fair day.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you the smell of the fair, the lights, the sounds, the whole nine. But then, when else do you get to be around animals? You know, like
Right.
even that side of it was, to me, I was just blown. I was just blown away. Like,
Well, it's like I told someone today. I said, "This is just like having a fair, except we're missing the corn dogs and the cotton candy and the carnival rides." You know, but this is just like.
well, we can get those out here if you want.
Oh, I'm sure.
we put the vibe out right now, and we could
Yeah.
probably have some inflatable bouncy houses out here by tomorrow morning. Stat. I know Sue wants them.
No.
Didn't those carnival guys that
We
lost
have-
their home, they rolled in and had to park out here
Yeah.
because they were displaced too?
They brought in like the carnival rides with them.
They
No.
just came in their campers because they were
The
displaced.
headquarters,
Oh, gotcha.
headquarters for the carnival company that does our fair is in Malala,
Oh, okay.
and so we have their year-round workers that
Right.
prepare the rides and stuff. They're here
Wow. Okay.
because this is also their fairgrounds.
Well, you're one step closer. You got operators already.
Yeah, we've got the
So you're good to go. I mean,
They'd be
it's
happy to bring the rides.
right. I mean, well, then you know this would be like the destination location for all the evacuation.
Right.
Yeah.
We had no idea that.
Yeah.
What happened? We had no idea that was going to happen.
Yeah.
We knew it. I figured we have a few, but little did I know that we were going to have to set 24/7. People.
Yeah.
Get people set up and they just came out of the woodworks. These guys here, I mean, they've been here every day,
Yeah.
and since it started, they take the night shift and allow some of us to go home and get a couple hours rest,
Wow.
see what our other part of the family looks like.
Yeah. Now you said you've been a part of this fair since '95.
Yeah.
95. Yeah.
I
Okay.
was on the board for 22 years.
Oh,
and
wow.
Became fair manager.
What is a fair? What do you have to do when you manage a fair? Because it seems like you've already, just in the last week, you've had to like take probably like a year's worth of, like you said, a year's worth of work and just figure it out in like over a 2-hour period.
Well, it's like there's a lot of fly by the seat of your pants. I'll be quite honest about it. It's deal with the issue as it happens, take care of it, and
Sure.
move on
Yeah.
to the next thing that you got to deal with. There's a lot of planning that goes into it. That's what was so great about this thing is that the planning was already there.
Yeah.
Fair doesn't. There's going to be a fair. It's just certain things change from year to year.
Yeah.
And that's how we viewed this thing. We knew right off the bat that anything that came in, we needed to write down people's names and what they're bringing in, and how many they're bringing in,
Sure.
and little things like every cage had to have what we call a stall card with all the information, and then we had people that only wanted to take care of their animals, and then we had a lot of absentee owners
Yeah.
that we took care of their animals for them, and so that was a good deal. And then there's another concern about we didn't have any, but I know there's other places that have had animals that they had no clue where they came from. They just got dropped off, and the state vet's office has people out there checking brands and tracking down owners. So they let them know where their animals are at.
Right.
And there's a network out there that, if you're missing, you don't know where your animal went. The fairgrounds are all reporting to that. If they have those, we know where all our animals came from
Sure.
and where they belong and where they go. And
We were doing intake up at the first night I was down here. We actually met up with. Honestly, I don't even know how we got linked up with them, but we got the word that there was a farm up by Malala that needed an evac, and so we got there, and it was myself and a group of other streamers, other live video broadcasters, and we ended up at this farm, and Jerry's farm. The woman's name is Jerry, and she had, I think, 9 head of cattle. We had at least as many goats. We had some dogs, and I don't know who else. No one really knew whose house it was, and no one really knew anything other than we had to like go through the house, make sure there were no other animals in there, like dogs or cats. And then we were able to wrangle up the cows. We got all the cows loaded, and we got most of the goats. We let the gate open for that. But what blew my mind was, I'll tell you guys, what really got me about this whole community thing was that we got to a point where we had got, there was a couple heifers, and I'm probably going to say the names wrong, right? So there was a couple heifers and then a few baby cows. But we ran out of trailer space. We're like, we're going to have to leave the rest of the cows. And almost like, God reached out and said, nope, 2 more trailers pulled up in the street, and they were like, the fire line's a quarter mile away from us. Like, let's get these cows in there. And it was like the Vernonia Cavalry girls. And they showed up and like wrangled in the last couple cows. And then we like I jumped into it. I don't drive trailers at all, but Jerry was like, I don't want to lose my trailer and truck. So I hopped in and drove her truck trailer or her horse trailer and truck out of there. And like, we went to Clackamas County Fairgrounds. And it was wild, Gary, because it was really like they had a clipboard and they were checking in animals, and they had like the main, what do you call that area over there? What would that be considered?
It's an arena.
The main arena up there, and they had I should have known that one. Kick myself. I'm going to hear about it from everyone in here. Like, this guy didn't even know what the arena was called, but it was amazing because the structure was. She had no idea they were going to need to evac their animals. But when they got there, it was almost like they do that every day. Like, people just stepped right into it. Like, like a duck to water. There's a farm term. Boom. You're welcome, everybody.
It's just you just jump in and do it. Know what you do what you know how to do.
Do it, yeah.
And
Do what you know how to do, yeah.
It's second nature to us.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal. We had, oh my God, anybody that had a horse trailer, stock trailer, stuff. They were all over the place. I mean, there's some folks that are here that they were doing that night. We had a gentleman that was here that had alpacas and goats.
Yeah.
And they literally could see the fire.
And what now?
There was a bunch of Halo Mountain.
No,
And
okay.
They could see the fire was on his property.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they kept telling him they had one little goat that wouldn't as a young one, wouldn't get in there with them. And they finally got to the point when the guy said, when the ash is falling down, glowing, and it's the size of 50-cent pieces in your hand, it's time to get out.
Yeah,
And
that
so
was,
they opened the gates and they took off. Gentleman went back the next day. The fire it was still raging up there, but he found the thing, brought it back, got it back here. So, that was kind of a success story. But those people, I mean, just hooked up the trailers and just went.
Yeah.
Holly and Tony were the names. Oh my God! When they came back and started telling us about that, and they've been here every day.
Yep.
And when they go, right now they have to work, and they'll be back here in the morning when they get off work.
Wow.
They'll stay here all day. I mean, they're just dragging, but they were one of 200 or 300 trailers just trying to move.
Yeah.
Tuesday
People-
morning at 6 o'clock, I was sending trailers out all over the place, clear down Silverton, Almsville, up into pretty much anywhere that had fire at that point,
Yeah.
trying to help people evac.
Now, were you getting calls from people that were saying they needed the evacs, or were you just sending them to the area where you knew they might be needed?
I had people calling.
You had people calling you.
As well as all over Facebook. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every other post on Facebook that I saw was, hey, does anybody, have any trailers, any stalls, stuff like that.
Yeah. I know that Cowgirl 911 was one of them that was.
Yeah, that one I saw all over the place.
Yeah, they were really crushing on it as well.
I
Yeah.
saw her posted on her feed, so I just started telling people, hey, just get the word out on your social media.
Yeah.
And this girl over here went almost 2 days.
So-
2 days, no sleep.
What is your actual name? Sorry.
Cassandra.
Cassandra. Okay. And what was your name again?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay. So.
she's gone days and days with no sleep, goes home, crashes for a few hours, same as this gentleman over here. And I heard she was going through a bunch of crap, and I'm like, let me know. And she got me out here, and yeah, she's been nonstop,
Yeah.
for almost an entire week, as well as Gary and
Yeah.
a handful of others that have just been down here 24/7. Every time I'm here, they're always here.
Yeah.
And what they did was
Uh-oh.
nothing short of amazing. And yeah, it's
That's.
social media, word of mouth, lots
Yeah.
of phone calls, lots of messages, and these guys made it happen.
Were they calling your personal phone, or was it just? Were,
Personal phone,
is it because?
Facebook messages, I was getting text messages, I had emails coming in, but everything.
Is that just because they know that you have connections, or is it because you're just somebody that they thought
Because I'm in the horse world.
you're in the horse world? Yeah.
And I had clients from south of Salem, Staten, Almsville, looking for places because they were on level 2.
Yeah.
And so I connected people up.
That's
And then
amazing.
I went to Albany picking up feet,
Yeah.
donated. And we are here.
I got to draw your attention. This gentleman over here, is wearing cargo shorts, and I've heard that they are the least trusted people on the planet.
Just means I'm from Oregon.
Boom. Oh, great. Now I'm talking trash about Oregon. Way to spin that on me, buddy. Way to spin that on me. Now I'm the jerk. Wow. Man.
We're a little different.
Way to get me. Way to get you guys are out doing security here, right? Keeping things safe. We met earlier, Kevin, right? Yep. So these are the faces of Stern Security, guys. Do not mess around. If you come in here looking to steal wool, getting it. You're going to catch a high-flying crane kick from cargo shorts. Steal wool. Oh, I get it, because steal... Yeah. No jokes, guys. Seriously, this is happening. This just happened to me the other day. Not the other day, a little bit ago. I'm sitting there, and we're talking in the kitchen. I'm like, man, it's so cold out. The air is frigid. And it hit me. I'm like, oh, frigid air. Like the refrigerator, right?
Yeah.
My entire family looked at me and like, you need to leave immediately. Like, get out of the house. Frigid. It's the emphasis is on the wrong syllables, right? It's frigid air, not frigid air. You get it. The igloo cooler? Oh, it's because it's cold. No, I'm just kidding. That's messed up, man.
Here on one of the nights where everybody was here, and it was a great party back here at night.
Oh yeah.
Cheap entertainment. We get more.
When things are their toughest, the humor comes out. There's a seriousness to it, but at the time, everybody comes out and is
Gotta have that comic relief.
gotta have that comic relief.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. I mean, a lot of people I've known forever, and going, I didn't know you did that. So. But let me tell you, if something needed to be done, I mean, boom, it was done.
That's awesome. Good night, Kristen. That's fantastic, man. Yeah. But I love the fact that you guys have like the full-on rotation crew here. That's incredible. Hey, you been out here for a while too, boss?
Yeah, I've been out here every night since Thursday.
Every night since Thursday, man.
When they go home, I sit until 6 o'clock. When they go home.
You got to work at 5 a.m. and then you come back after work and you guys do this all night. Wow. Man, I'm gonna have to come and shovel some stalls. Like, people are getting on me. They're like, "What's it called, mucking?" Or,
Muck in the stall.
is that what it's called? Really?
Yep.
I thought they were just like editing the wording. They were like, okay,
Muck in the stall.
muck in the stall. I guess I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow and muck some stalls, man. Put in my volunteer work. There's plenty. I asked Robert, and he said that it's okay. You don't have to worry about it. There's plenty of other people to do it.
What is it?
Yeah.
8 o'clock, have them come in and start hand feeding animals?
Yeah.
Hand feeding animal. I had a horse try to bite my fingers off. He's like, oh, he's real friendly until I got my fingers. And then I had to ask him, and he made it real simple. I was like, well, he's not going to bite my finger off, is he? He's like, have you seen his teeth? And I was like, point made. That thing's 1,900 pounds, and it's got teeth as big as my freaking hand. Yeah. I was like, yeah, you win. You win that one. I guess there's no beating around that bush. I was trying to feed it an apple. It was like, no, I'm going to eat your thumbs instead.
Yeah.
Yep, you gotta hold it flat.
I tried, but I didn't. Yeah, okay, I didn't. I got nervous. I'm not going to lie. I got nervous, guys. I got nervous.
And these horses, a lot of these horses are like people. They know that, and they do that on purpose just to get
Yes,
you.
they do.
Oh, these horses were playing with each other. I saw more personality just walking through those 19 horses than or however 19, 20 horses, whatever on that side. Then like, man, I didn't realize. I mean, I've been around animals. I'm not like a stranger to animals, but like these ones, you could tell like they knew each other and they were kind of like, oh, we're at camp right now type thing. Like,
Well, and that's the case. That's some things that we had to do. That was one of the things we had to worry about. Is that when we brought the horses in, we had to make sure if these were pairs that are used to seeing each other all the time.
yeah,
We had to make sure that we got them across or next to each other so they could see each other.
Because otherwise they panic because they have
Otherwise
no
they
idea
panic
what they're
because
hearing.
where's their buddy?
yeah. So they had a couple. There was a couple that they hung out with each other apparently, and then they had his thoroughbred. What's the big black one? What's the big black one? What kind is that one? It was the mare. He had one that was the big black one. They had the baby, and then they had the mom there as well. So he had a stud that was in the back corner.
Right, that's dead back.
Yeah, and I went to
Luca.
Luca. Yeah, Luca.
He's a Canadian bred.
Yeah, the Canadian horses. And the mom was from Canada too. And then the apparently, don't tell everyone this, but he's got a baby coming out of North Dakota as well. Mom doesn't know about it. And I mentioned it too. I asked Robert, and he was like, "What happens on the ranch stays on the ranch." And I was like, "It's like the Vegas of horse breeding. Y'all just this guy's Lucas having the time of his life, man. Just out there getting his, which is great. He makes pretty babies."
He's been shown here since he was about
2 or 3 years old. Yeah, 2 or 3 years old.
Luca has,
Yeah.
yeah. Robert was saying that he's got a horse, Colonel Cash, I think,
Yep.
which is Dash for Cash's grandson.
Yes.
Yeah, and he said that he delivered that horse 25 years ago.
doesn't surprise me at all.
Blows my mind.
Yeah.
And yeah, and but Dash for Cash was like apparently like a racetrack champ. That was a
Racetrack champ.
yeah.
Yeah, he was a big one.
Dash for Cash.
Back in the day.
I had a bad experience with horse betting once. You guys want to hear it? Yeah.
I think we all have.
Yeah, so I've never been to the tracks. I go through a breakup. I had all this money saved for a little vacation that I was going to go on with the then ex, and so I had a couple $1,000s, and I'm making $10 bets, whatever. And it's Kentucky Derby Day, right? So, and the night before, I'd watch this thing on TV about a horse called War Emblem, right? And I don't remember the guy with the white hair, owned the horse, and they were asking him like, "Who do you think is going to win this race?" And he's like, "Oh, my horse War Emblem." Randomly the next day, my cousin's like, "You need to get your mind off this breakup. I'm taking you to the horse track." So we go to the track, we're doing the bets, and then it's like Kentucky Derby's up, right? And I'm like, all right, I got a couple $1,000s left. I'm going to bet on this horse to win. Why not, right? So I go up to the window. I'm like, here's like $3,000 or whatever it was. Something crazy. Like, I'm going to bet on this horse to win. 50 to 1 odds this horse is at. 50 to 1 odds. The couple next to me look like they just walked out of the Matrix movie. They're in all white. The big hat, like, the whole, the derby look, right? The guy's in like a white 3-piece looking like, a Cuban hitman, and I'm like, all right. And they're like, I wouldn't recommend that. I'm like, what do you mean you wouldn't recommend it? He's like, here's what you want to do with your betting, You're going to go for with that kind of money, the trifecta, this, blah, blah, blah. Right. Lost every cent. War Emblem wins, 50 to 1 odds. I had $3,000 on it. And I was like, I'm not going to do the math on it right now, but if I find those people, I guarantee ketchup. I'm getting them with ketchup on that white suit. Blew my mind. I was like 50 to 1, Uh-oh. Is that the Dalmatian? Ring the alarm?
No, that's
No, everyone's going into action.
They want to go for a walk, I bet.
Everybody
Or they
sprang to
heard
life.
Alarms.
The dog alarm?
Dog alarm.
Dog alarm. Man, that was a dog alarm. The dog started barking and everyone just scattered. Look, everyone just took off.
Yeah.
Dogs scared everybody away. They're supposed to be the security. You guys are supposed to be security. You can't be running away from dogs.
Go check on those dogs. Those are the ones that are real personal.
These ones? I'm gonna take a look at them real quick. Let's go take a look. You can come with? Yep. All right. So again, if you guys didn't see them before, yeah. Oh yeah, I also got my butt kicked that first night. I was trying to help with the cows. There's a baby calf we got into the pen. Well, it smashed me into a gate, kind of messed my shoulder up. And then I get in there and this thing, I'm inside of the tailgate or the trailer, and this calf just starts bucking me. Just like, and by the back of my thigh, oh, man, it's just black and blue from the back of my knee to the bottom of my butt cheek. Oh, look at these guys. What's up, fellas? Hey, look at these guys. Oh, look at
We had
you.
to put them in here because they like to dig.
Hi.
Get out.
Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? This is where you're hanging out, right?
Where everybody else is at, of course.
You wanna go where everybody knows your name. Do 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 do. Yeah. Okay. Were they the ones barking, you think? Fellas? Come say hi. Come say hi. Come here. Up here. Come on. Oh, there you are. Oh, there you both are. It's good puppies. It's good puppies. All right. So, whose dogs are those? Are they?
I don't know. There's some people that aren't. They're absentee owners.
Oh, really?
They're staying other places.
Oh, wow. So they just didn't have a place where they could keep their dogs?
They didn't have a place where they keep their. Then they have a couple of horses here.
Oh, man.
So, and the husband, I think, is fighting fire, and the wife, the kids didn't have a place where they could take the dogs.
Oh, wow.
So,
What about these cows right here? I was looking at them earlier.
Just
Are these dairy cows or are they just show cows?
One is.
That's a pretty
one's
cow.
a Jersey.
A Jersey?
Yep.
Is the brown one a Jersey?
Yep. And they're just here, hanging out.
They're pretty cows.
Yep.
It reminds me, remember that movie City Slickers back
Yeah.
in the day?
Yep.
Oh, Norman. I think that was the name of the cow. Little brown cow.
Right.
Norman. I've always been in love with little brown cows since then. Then you got some more horses over there. Did you know that a mule is a breed between a donkey and a horse?
Yep.
You knew that.
I knew
That's
that.
common knowledge. Oh, well, surprised me.
Common knowledge.
I went to we went to an Amish farm out in PA,
Mm-hmm.
and those were the scariest animals I've ever seen. They're massive, just these
Huge.
crazy
We had a
beasts.
couple of what they call percherons.
Percherons? They
Is that
sound
what the word
majestic.
Yeah,
Percherons.
there were 3 percherons.
They're percherons. Huge horses.
Yeah.
Hoofs that big.
Yeah.
And had the prettiest. I've always liked those because of the hair on their legs. You know, goes clear down the
Their
covers.
feathers.
Yeah.
And we
Call
had-
'em feathers?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, feathers.
Oh.
We had 3 of them here,
Okay.
and they're huge.
Yeah.
And they're just like little kids walking behind their owner. And the owner
Yeah.
stayed here, and we'd get them out and walk them every day, and they were happy, just happy, you know. And all these animals, majority of these animals, there's always a few that are cranky, but
Yeah.
there are these, boy, you gotta see them put their heads high when they're out walking around. Just
Very proud.
they're proud. I'm here. Look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said there's a lot of show animals here too, so they're kind of used to people. I know that
To that.
when I went over to that one over there, like the second I pointed the camera at a couple of the horses, they immediately gave the whole like, "What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?" Flipped their hair a little bit, like, "What's up? What's up? Yeah, how you doing? What's up?" Apparently, you don't know, but I'm a big deal.
So were those dogs?
Yeah.
I thought that was them. So
It was them.
could have been squirrel.
Could have
It
been
could have been
squirrel.
Squirrels.
But they're pretty quiet for the most part. So.
You never hear those dogs bark unless they want to go for a walk.
Percherons. Someone asked if those are the horses that the police ride in New Orleans.
No.
Percherons. Did you say that's more like a mule?
Well, Clydesdales with the Budweiser.
Should be
hat.
riding.
Clydesdales were Budweiser.
Yeah.
Percherons.
They're
a lot of log.
bigger. They do a lot more of the
They do
heavy
more
draft.
pulling, like logging. They used a lot of those for pulling wood. You know, logs.
Yeah. Do they still use horses for logging?
There are some teams that still go out and do horse logging.
Really?
Especially high environmental, sensitive environmental impact areas. They'll take horses out and log with them.
So that brings me to a question. I might get the name wrong, but there was a gentleman that we were going to talk to tomorrow that runs an organization. I think it's called Timber Unity.
Uh-huh.
And I know that one of the platforms that they were talking about originally was when Kate Brown had made some changes to the diesel situation, and it messed things up kind of for the ag unit and for logging because a lot of the rigs are diesel. Right.
All your equipment. I mean, you're talking people who have huge acreage that they have to turn the soil over. I mean, 500 horse tractors, and those things are sucking, gallons per minute
Yeah.
to pull and do the work that they have to do.
Sure.
And the issue, the big issue is there's no thought about these people. I mean, your food production is dependent on those tractors
Yeah.
running. And when you start taxing the crap out of them,
Yeah.
they can't, the farmer, it all might look good with that big tractor and stuff, that it might be new, but you got to remember, those are more than house payments.
Right. Right.
Going down a field.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you think, look at your house payment, you might be making, $1,500, $2,000 a month house payment. Well, try $5,000-$6,000 a month house payment.
Wow.
And it's working, and you got to repair it daily. And
Yeah.
you've got to put fuel in to make that thing run.
Sure.
And it's the problem is that, and it's sad to see that Oregon's overrun with a bunch of people that have no clue what the working people do to keep this state running. And
Right.
put food, that food in those grocery stores didn't get there in some warehouse.
Right.
It had to be grown by someone, whether it be an animal, products, or whether it be grains, cereal grains, any of that type of stuff.
Right.
the, in the timber industry. I mean, I grew up, my dad was a logger.
Right.
And,
Well, this whole area, the whole Northwest
as
is just.
a kid, we knew good timber practices.
Yeah.
And the reason you've got these fires right now is because of the poor timber practices that have been going on.
Really?
And
tell me a little about that. What do you mean?
Well, I'm not an expert at, but when you let brush grow and not do clear cuts and stuff like that to clear out all that brush, that becomes tinder.
Yeah.
You got leaves, especially like the vine maple, which grows a lot in the Cascade Range or the Coast Range here. That's tinder. One spark, doesn't matter what it is, whether a lightning bolt hits the top of a tree, which they do.
Yeah.
One ember comes down, that becomes a fire.
Right.
And that burns the forest.
Yeah.
And if that stuff is cleaned out, kept cleaned out, and good timber practices like we've done for 100 years,
Yeah.
right, you don't have that. Classic example is not far from here is part of the Tillamook burn.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many fires they had up there, fire after fire after fire, and they knew that. And these guys, practices were changed. You had good foresters that knew that you need to treat it just like a crop.
Yeah.
And we got away from that. We had, too many people that they were taught something in a book.
Yeah.
They didn't go out and listen to they're farmers.
Sure.
They're a different type of farmer.
Betsy Bailey wants to know if do you feel that's what happened in California, and do you think that's
Sure.
why California keeps burning?
I mean, we all saw it on TV, with all these houses that were built on the side hills, and you have that nice, lush, wild growth under their houses, and guess what? When that caught on fire, guess what burned? The houses above them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you don't, it might be nice to have that, brush patch, what I call a brush patch,
Right.
sitting there. But that is a potential, that's just a powder keg waiting to go off.
Absolutely.
If you have any type of drought conditions, and we have drought conditions all the time,
Sure.
no rain for weeks on end, guess what? That stuff is it's dry.
Yeah.
The sap is sucked out of the plant, because it's trying to survive.
Right.
It goes back to the roots. That's all that on top is dry, and now it's just like a campfire.
I hadn't even thought about what you just said about the sap being kind of like the lifeblood of the tree,
Right.
and as it needs to get moisture, it'll just take in that sap.
It'll take what it can, and it goes back to any plant goes back to
Yeah.
the roots. That's its survival, and it can last for months on end without water, and then it'll come back out. But
Right.
what happens to all that stuff that drops? I mean, every leaf is a match.
Sure. When I was out in Paisley, you mentioned something about the 50-cent piece size embers that are
Right.
still like smoldering. When I was in Paisley, like we were literally from, probably here to like the floodlight, the farthest floodlights here. The fire was right there, and Uncle Albert, whose farm we were on, or his property there. As we were talking, there was just these lofting down, size of the palm of my hand, just black,
Right.
embers. They weren't smoldering, but. So when you're saying that there's people that are seeing these,
They're
50
seeing
cent
embers,
Yeah.
blow with the winds blowing, the embers.
They come down
still-
hot, yeah.
They come down hot.
Yeah.
And so they land in any of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's say a house, like one gentleman the other day was talking about, what scared him the most was the needles.
Right.
The needles are blown out of the tree. The needles land on the roofs of the houses. Amber comes in. Those needles are dry. They're already dry because of nature.
Sure.
And needles are dry, and the ember lands on the pile of needles. Guess what?
Yeah.
You got a fire.
It's kindling, like you
All
said.
gotta
It just
do
goes
is
up.
go
Yeah.
look at survival things, and they tell the first thing they tell you is get dry needles and
Right.
dry leaves,
Right.
and that's how you start a fire. Well, nature does that on its own.
Yeah.
It doesn't need anyone to tell it that, and so that nature does that on its own, and that's exactly why you have this type of thing.
What scares me is you got people that you got these burns that are happening, and you say let's say lightning hits a tree, and if it's not properly forested,
Right.
it's kind of like the natural process
It's a
of
natural
nature.
process
Yeah.
of nature. as a kid, I hunted with my dad up here in the Coast Range,
Yeah.
and we'd go out walking, and Dad would point out the lightning struck trees because you
Yeah.
can see it where it comes down the tree.
Because kind of like you did it, like wraps the tree, right?
Wraps the tree.
Yeah.
So we're not
Yeet.
prone to lightning in this area
Yeah.
when it happens. And if the forest
Huh?
is lush and green on the floor,
Yeah.
you know, then it bound to just it stops.
Sure.
You know, and they'll explode at the top of a tree too. And fall
Yeah.
down. And generally it'll just stop. But when you have dry conditions like what we just went through, and that happens, guess what? That's like throwing firecracker into a straw pile.
Yeah.
You know, boom, it's up. And good forest practices prevents it. You keep the floor of the forest lush and green or dry or not void of vegetation.
Yeah.
Then you're not going to have those fires, and then the
Sure.
trees can go to mature tree to where they can build your house, build, you know,
Yeah.
that type of thing. So,
Yeah.
and like I said, I'm not an expert at it, but that's
No, but
through
you know,
life and learning, you
Yeah.
know, from family and friends and parents, and through the years, that's a huge thing. And you know, the loggers know how to take care of the forest. If
Sure.
you would just let them.
so you kind of feel like the logging industry has kind of got their hands tied due to
Yep.
like
the
political
restrictions.
litigations, or not litigations, but you know some of the structure of
Right.
the politics of play.
Politics at play, and the problem is that you know if you really want to get
Bark beetle, gotcha.
if you really want to get excited, just go. I told them, you know, we've lobbied for fairs, and you go to the. I shouldn't say this, but if you would go to any capital
Yeah.
and see what's walking down the halls of the Capitol, it's a lot of people that have no clue. I think that everybody should have to. I think just this sounds like my grandfather talking.
Here we go.
Yeah, but everybody should have to go out and get a dirt job before they could do something like that, because then they would know.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that in a big
we
way.
Got people, we got people setting policy that some professor told them
Yeah.
or read in a book, never had the practical knowledge of actually having to go out and do something.
Yeah.
You know, how can someone sitting in an office in Salem
Yeah.
tell a farmer who's done that all his life and he's like the fourth, fifth generation farmer,
Yeah.
on how to farm?
No, it's
You
yeah.
know, you're kind of going, what's wrong here? You're used to going into the store and buying it in a box.
Right.
It doesn't grow that way.
Yeah.
It had to come from something, and then
Yeah. You're speaking gospel right now.
Yeah, that's
Hey, someone
right.
wants to know about the bark beetle infestation. Do you know anything about that? I have never even heard of it.
Yeah, certain areas have that, and it's something that's been around for a long time. I don't know a lot about it, but I do know it's been a problem for years.
Yeah.
I mean, many years. It's like anything else. If something's too good and not taken care of, and then insects come in and take care. You know, it's part of rotation of nature.
Sure.
I know, like in Alaska, they had a big infestation of it. You know, they don't have big trees up there, but it came in, took out those pines, just
Sure.
no time at all.
Yeah.
And they were smart enough to cut them all out and chip them up for whatever they used them for, whether it be paper products or something like that.
Yeah.
And the sawdust, because they're really good for anything else. They're not structurally sound to make lumber out of.
Yeah. Right.
But that kills a tree.
Yeah.
Anything that bores in the side of that tree is going to kill it.
Right.
If you have enough of them, and if you have an infestation of, the bark beetles, they strip bore holes in the tree, and the tree's fighting. Spends all this time fighting to survive, and then you lose it loses its leaves, and then finally just withers and dies away like anything else would.
Yeah.
It's a cancer.
Okay.
When you get right down to it, it's an insect cancer.
Insect cancer. Hey, can we walk over here and look at some of these animals with you real quick? I'm curious. I know that a lot of people are. I appreciate you telling me. That's a great amount of knowledge that I was not expecting to hear, which is that's fantastic. So I was kind of looking at. So these are some of the things that we noticed initially. Was that you do have a lot of the grain donations, a lot of the feed for the different animals here.
And this is just a minor part of it.
Is this all donations over here as well?
Donated feed.
Wow.
A lot of it's all local, from all over.
Yeah. See what some of these animals you got in here that you're feeding. These are good. And I saw even things like buckets and stuff. Like I can
Yep.
tell, those are things that.
Companies, two big farm supply companies, Wilco and Coastal, donated all those buckets because I mean they're water buckets for these animals to
Right.
drink out of. It was a huge. Those companies need a lot of support because they pulled out of their inventory to do this.
Wow.
So these are some of the pigs.
Here's some furry looking chickens you got here.
Yep, all different types.
Look at these guys. Look at that regal animal right there. This is a little baby turkey.
Nope, those are chickens.
That's a
Not
chicken.
turkey. No,
Oh,
that
okay.
might be a guinea.
A guinea.
Yeah, it's a breed.
I don't think the Italians like it when you say that.
Well, it might be a naked neck.
A naked neck.
Yep, it's a breed. It's a breed of chicken.
Okay. Well, these are these egg layers.
Yep, those are. I can't think what they are. Escapes me right now. I'm not a big chicken person. I've had chickens, but
Almost got a little bald spot going.
yeah, well, that's.
I can
when
relate.
When you get this many in that small of an area, it's a pecking order. That's where the pecking order comes from.
Oh,
So-
pecking order, guys. You just heard that.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
There is a pecking order, and that one's probably done something to piss the lead. There's one of those hens. And she's the alpha.
Oh, okay. Will those feathers grow back though on the
yeah.
wing?
Oh, they're growing, and that's what you're seeing now is where they've grown back.
Oh, okay. What are these guys over here?
Oh, those are pot bellies.
Potbelly pigs.
Yeah, pot belly pigs.
Don't what is it? Hashtag don't move slow in a pig pen.
Yeah. Well, those you can move faster.
These they don't move too fast.
So when you get the big boars and stuff.
Like these ones we're coming up on. And now were all these cages already here, or were these things people brought in from their own farms?
These are brought in from some 4-H'ers. These panels all here, the fair owns. They have to be put together. There's turkeys.
See all the chickens stop. These guys are like just peeing in unison, like it's like a melody of pee.
Well, that's one thing they know how to do.
So these guys are the ones you gotta keep on your guard around. Scary. I'm watching all of you guys. I got my eyes on you. Look at these friendly little fellows.
Yeah, they're just taking it easy.
They're just chilling. Goat's got it good, man. Look at this guy. He's a long neck goat.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
And these, some of these can jump. Some of these can clear these panels.
What's up, bud?
So,
But they got nowhere else to go, so
right now they don't have anywhere else. They have a home here, and they're feeling pretty good.
they're just hanging out.
Most of these animals that need food and water for them, they're happy. They don't
Yeah.
care where they're at.
There was a goat named Puck in Ireland where I used to live, and it used to always break into the hostel, and we'd find it sleeping in people's beds.
Yep.
It was a big goat with horns, like big guy. He was a sneaky little devil. We had to use potato chips to lure him out, or he wouldn't leave. Hi. What's up? Look at those eyes, man. So goats, what's the primary use for a goat on a farm? Just like,
Well, there's meat goats, there's milk goats.
what are these goats?
That's
What?
milk or,
There's a milk goat. Are you a milk goat?
milk or meat. Yeah, that one's got a little wild look to it.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's getting like he's got an eye on something.
Yeah.
He's got an idea of where he wants to be, and it's not right in there.
It's not in there.
Yeah,
So,
froggy little goat.
and we take down a lot of pins in here. A lot of animals have left. So, all these tables over here were all chickens, and these, the way you see the sawdust was all chicken pens. They were all full.
So there's been a lot more livestock here than we see now.
Oh,
They're just
yeah, probably 3 times what was here.
where did they all go?
Oh,
Back
went
home. Okay.
They went home.
So they got evac just as a precaution, and
Yeah, got to be back, and then that's fun. It's nice they can go back home, so they take them back home.
yeah,
And these are young ones. These are young chickens.
these guys got, like I said, they got the spa day going. They're just hanging out.
That's why the heat lamps on them keep them warm. They're young.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? Remember, in the pecking order, you don't got to be mean. You can play nice, okay? But if you're a butthole, they'll peck off your back feathers, okay?
Right.
I'm looking at you right there because you got a weird look in your eye. Don't be that guy. So I'll be friendly. Get along. Is that a pretty hot lamp? Ooh, that's nice. What's that?
Yeah, there's Jacob's sheep.
Jacob's sheeps? Who's Jacob?
They have 4 horns. It's a breed of sheep.
Oh, it's a breed of sheep. Oh, okay. I thought Jacob was a person. What? Look at you, you anomaly.
They have 4 horns.
His eye is all goopy. Oh, no, his eye's just shut.
Yeah,
Is it?
Smoke affects their eyes to sleep. It does.
Yeah, you can tell it is just all goopified, poor fella. But he's also got 3.5 horns.
Yep.
Yep, there's another one over here.
What? That is wild. Look at that guy. For real, look at that. He got 4 horns. That is.
There's even a breed of those that are short hair.
Okay.
Real short hair.
Now, why do they have 4 horns?
Just the breed.
Is
This
it?
particular, I don't know where they come from. I know there's a story behind it, but they're a certain breed.
If you had to make one up, what would it be?
Well, I think
Here we go.
some of them might have come from the Middle East
Okay.
and been brought here, Africa, Middle East, that type of thing.
Sure, sure.
So that's, and they, some of them are prized for their meat, and some of them prized for their milk.
Okay.
There's certain cheeses that are made out of sheep milk.
Goat cheese, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah. So certain sheep milk, it can be frozen, whereas cow's milk can't.
Oh, because the cream in it will.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah, you're learning.
I'm figuring it out. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Spend a day on the farm.
So all these pins you see here, we could probably put 350, 400 of these pins. These are all built by 4-H and FFA kids.
Wow. Wow. Kids are going to work. What's up, y'all? Look at the happy stance. What's up with those ears? They're like folded over. You see how they're both they're both like got the weird fold going?
Yeah, that's
Boer goats.
those boars.
Why do they call them boar goats?
That's what they're called.
What do they do?
They're a meat goat.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, I don't buy it. Nobody heard that. Nobody heard that. What are these guys?
Pygmies? Are these pygmies?
I think they're Nigerian.
They're Nigerian dwarfs. Okay.
These are Nigerian dwarfs, huh? Oh, hey. That's not how you play over there.
Those are 2 billy goats.
This is your billy goat growth here.
This is where it goes down, huh?
Yeah.
Hi, boy.
These 2 boys over here.
Look at a cute little bastard. Look at this guy.
I'm not a goat person.
He said, I'm not a goat person.
Well, no, I don't mean it that way, but what I mean is I don't know the breeds and stuff. There's specific breeds for specific things.
Okay. These guys are obviously bred for being buttholes because they were just beating each other up for no good reason.
Yep, exactly.
Why y'all? What's up, man? What's up? I'm cool with you. Just so long as you don't buck me in the face with your...
They're pretty friendly.
They're pretty friendly.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool.
Except to each other when they're cranky. When the one wants to get where the other one's sitting.
You know what this one looks like? Get a screenshot of that guy. He looks just like Teen Wolf. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Like, look at that guy. Keg of beer. You just, what's up, buddy? Try to sneak up on me, huh? What's up? What's up here? Come on. We're good. Oh. You're not gonna trick me. You just want me to rub your head? Yeah, that's what he's trying to get me to do.
Yeah, put your finger here. Let me show you how much I
Break my nubs. These guys are obviously bred for their good looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep, sheep.
Bah. Yeah? Does that work for you? What's up? Can I touch your wool? Ooh. Ooh. You guys smell like a pillow.
You touch your wool long enough, your hand will be oily. That's the lanolin. in the
Oh,
wool. Yeah.
really? So you said if you
when
touch
you
the
get-
wool long enough, you get oily hands because the lanolin.
Lanolin in the wool.
Like sheep's fur. Now it makes sense. Look at this guy. Look at that bulky fella. Hey, Skip wants me to tell you guys from Elmore, Wisconsin, all their love.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. A lot of people have been saying it. I just haven't been.
No, I
But it's
appreciate
just
all
because I
that.
haven't been seeing it as much. Hey. You're good. You're good. Take a nap. You don't got to be all rowdy. There's so many of them. Is that all fur, basically?
It's wool. And
Or
you
wool, I mean.
shear them, you
That's
clip
what
it
the wool
off, and
shirts,
that's
the
where
wool
your wool.
coats.
How little would he be or she be if we cut the wool off? Like, how much there is body underneath that?
Probably about an inch and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's not as much.
It'll
They're
be
pretty
like a
bulky
carpet like that. It'll be like a carpet when they shear them.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
they take it to the mills, and the mills card it out and make it long.
You lucked into a good one. That guy down the way, apparently he's a meat goat.
Yeah. These guys, they shear them for their wool, a lot of them.
Yeah.
And that's where your lamb comes from. Lamb meat comes from.
Yeah. What's up with that? These guys are living that good life.
Oh yeah. A lot of these animals will live better than people will.
Sad to say. Minnesota Farm Country, Angie says, thank you. The Environmentalist Sierra Club, all sorts of folks.
And they, yeah. But yeah, barn was pretty much filled.
Oh, those ducks?
Yep.
What? Shake his tail feather at me. Oh, that's fancy. Which one? Really? How could he get out of there?
They dig under the side.
They'll dig under the cages.
They're like, no.
Do you have any geese?
They're gone.
It's too bad because I really wanted to say duck, duck, goose. But these are just the great Icelandic turkey. It's a regal beast. I have no idea.
We got black ones over
Aflac.
there.
Thanksgiving on the hoof.
Thanksgiving on the hoof. Wah, wah. Yeah, we saw the pigs. Hashtag don't move slow in a pig pen. I love it. Actually, people are already hashtagging it. They're like, yep, that's the one. And so how many different farms did you say all these animals came from?
No way to tell. There's here there's farms, there's 40-acre farms, there's 10-acre farms, and people raise a lot of them for, ducks and chickens, for their eggs.
Yeah.
Because egg content, fresh eggs. They're not factory eggs. So these animals live the good life, and they love. They produce the eggs, and these people sell their eggs and milk.
Or the church group comes in and eats them all.
People cook them all for all the volunteers.
I thought there'd be more eggs.
There was a bunch of eggs there. Some here, they've been sending them home.
Yeah, I've been trying to send them home so they don't go to waste. Yeah.
These are edible eggs, huh?
Better than you can buy store-bought.
How about that? Someone said duck eggs are good for baking cakes.
Right there.
All right.
There's a variety.
It's a variety pack.
And it comes from.
All different types.
The different breeds of the
different
chickens
breeds
that are
of
here.
chicken depend on the color of the egg
And the size.
and the size. Yeah. There's some chickens that the eggs can be twice that big.
What?
Yeah. Smaller ones are usually the smaller chickens.
So I heard someone out in Wisconsin say that you can tell the color of the eggs of the chicken, or the color of the egg they're going to lay by the skin behind their ear.
I may have to check that. We have a variety
I
of
can't
chickens
tell you
in our
that.
farm.
It could possibly be. Usually the breeds of the chickens will tell, tell what type. Americanas do a blue egg.
Yeah.
And then you have your olive eggers.
Olive eggers, looks like an olive, and then there's a few, your Rhode Islands and stuff will be white.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So do you guys have to worry about any predators getting in here to like mess with these animals?
That's one of the reasons we have night security to check on the animals at all times.
Okay, so they're not just out here making sure that people aren't trying to
it's
steal
not
a
just
cow.
people, it's just checking for predators,
Making sure they're not escaping.
no loose, and they don't escape. Some horses, believe it or not, they get that time. It's their life's purpose to figure out how that lock works.
I was watching one of, actually it was Colonel Cash, and he was playing with the rope. Robert was just saying that he was bored, but he was biting at the rope and the fence and the gate. And I was like, man, you can tell he's curious, but he's probably got a good idea of how things work.
He will, a lot of them will do that. They'll just try to, it's their mission. They get so intent, figure out, I've seen horses untie double knotted ropes, lead ropes. So they'll sit there and pick at it until they figure out how to make that thing, and they'll work on it, and then they'll figure the latch out. They'll spend hours at it, and the next thing, I'm out.
That's great.
They don't go in. It's not the purpose of getting out. It's
something to do.
well, something to do, and it's a challenge.
Yeah.
If they're
Someone
not-
challenged me to tie a cherry stem in my mouth with my tongue, and I almost choked to death.
Yeah.
It got stuck in my
Same
throat.
difference. So they'll sit there and they'll play with that, and because they're not working.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, most of these animals, all of these animals, they want to do something.
Yeah.
Like people.
Sure.
And
Sure.
they get bored, so then they start doing those type of things, and they learn how to do it, and they become escape artists. Chickens, all of them, they will work at it, but but if they have a specific purpose,
Yeah.
like a horse is, some of these horses, majority of these horses were, work for them is going to shows. They want to do, they're proud to do it.
Yeah.
And it's you look at them, they look like they're real sad. Well, there's kind of, God, is there anything we can do? I want to go to a show. I want to show my stuff.
Yeah.
They're just like people.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever seen, speaking of chickens a second ago, have you ever seen one of the chickens hypnotized by the line thing? Is that a real thing?
I heard it is.
I watched it on the YouTubes, and I was blown away. But they just put its face on the ground, and they just drew a line, and it just stayed there. And
the fainting goats is a real thing.
that I've seen.
There is a breed of goat that will faint.
That blew my mind.
Some, the younger ones are the ones that fall down, and the older ones will stand still, and then they'll power through it. But yeah, it is an actual thing that happens.
Yeah, that's the there's a goat. They have these fainting goats out in Sheridan, Wyoming, where I used to live.
Right.
And Kim Love owned this farm, and there was these goats, and I didn't know what I was seeing when I pulled up to this farm. I was the guy Gene that I worked with, and this kid was holding like this goat, right? And he was on a little bit of a mound, and he's a little kid. He's probably 8 years old. He's like, hey, and he's laughing. He was like just unloading the goat, but the thing would like freeze up,
Right.
and it just go rigid.
It's just.
I didn't know what I was seeing. I thought he was killing the goats.
Let me be a rock, then maybe the predator will leave.
Yeah, right. Like, you just made it a lot easier for me, pal.
Yeah. But yeah, I've heard about that. I've never seen the chicken on the deal, but I've heard about it.
Have you ever seen a chicken hypnotized by a line before, Kev? A chicken hypnotized by the line.
There's a deal out there if they put a line on the ground,
Yeah.
put a white line on the ground.
Not even a white line. You just
hypnotize a chicken.
yeah. So what I've seen was you put its head on the ground and then you draw a line away from its face,
Yeah.
and it'll just stay there,
Yeah, I've heard something about that.
and it'll be limp.
I've never done anything with it.
Well, we got all these chickens over here. We can find out right now.
For the original gimbal, if you hold them, you can move their body around, their head stays in one spot.
The original gimbal.
Yeah.
I've got one in the car,
Yeah.
which I don't use right now. No, the chimble. Hey-o. He killed it. A chicken? I was just distracting you guys this whole time. I've been loading my car full of birds. Just all birds. I hear you had some parakeets here.
Well, we had some. Okay.
And I'm gonna skedaddle because I gotta get to work in the morning too. So.
All right. Thank you.
I won't be here tomorrow, but if anything's needed on Wednesday.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Good to meet you, man.
Hey, great. It was great meeting you too,
Have a
brother.
good one.
All right, you do the
Take care.
same. Thanks for everything you're doing out here. Appreciate it. That's probably my cue too. Probably let you go ahead and take a load off for the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home.
Someone just said when a farmer sits down, it's usually because he wants you to stop talking and leave him alone. How did they word this? Actually, let me look. It says when a farmer sits down, he's tired of talking. It usually means you are to excuse yourself so he can go to his house. Thank you, Deborah Miley. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
thanks. My problem is I don't know when to shut up.
Yeah, you're talking. You're preaching to the preacher on that one, man. Well, guys, I'm gonna tune off right here. I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Thank you.
My guy Gary here. It's been a blast. I'll probably try to come back tomorrow. Maybe muck some stalls.
There you go. We'll have plenty of stalls to muck.
We might be seeing it, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in this evening. Appreciate you.